All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a reschedule tonight. My name is Nexus. Joined to me tonight is Blitzer for the Elite quarterfinals match between Walling Wizards and Vortigaunts. I am unclear on how to pronounce that name, but special thanks to Quattro for helping us out here, observing for us tonight. Now, Blitzer, it's a game for sure. We were talking about it before the stream started, and even before, just getting all the notes together. What do you think the outcome of this match is going to be tonight?
So for my prediction tonight, I have a 2-0 for H4K. I don't think LEC has really much of a chance at all, and to be honest. Now, I really want to see a good match here, in all honesty, but I really think if LEC has any chance, they're going to need Bones to step up to the plate and deliver because the only time they've had any success this season is whenever Bones shows up to the server and has way more impact than he ever should because he's kind of a tier breaker, but the rest of their team, it's not, it's so top heavy on a team. And whereas on the other side, we have H4K, and there's such a well balanced, great individuals with Sway, Ernesto, and I don't see LEC being able to put up a fight at all.
Yeah, no, you mentioned that Bones is kind of, the hard carry essentially of the LEC squad. And from what I have here is that LEC is most of their losses really stemmed from Bones not being there. And if you really have that one player who needs to be around to really help win the team win, it kind of doesn't really feel good for the team when they're going into a playoff. But they have Bones, so all that anxiety, all that worry is going to be out the pool there. But as you mentioned, H4K just have a little bit more to really work with, right? Sway being more like a hard entry and mainly just kind of taking the kills by storm, making space for the teams to let players like Ernesto really come in and have that much more impact on the team. As well as James Coda being the IGL. I know we talked about it beforehand. The Chat GPT, or excuse me, the Oracle Strat Roulette, is something that has been brought up along throughout the league discussion and many other places where you can talk to some of these H4K players. Um, but I really want to highlight that H4K have lost to Cal, a team who went 2-8 throughout the season, and that's a pretty big upset for a team who is 9-1, and with Cal being their only loss.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were surprised by that loss, and I do think Cal has a lot of great individual players and just had a horrible season. So it wasn't the most surprising loss in terms of like an upset, but it's still I think it still hurts knowing like, oh, we could have had the 10-0 and we lost to a bad team or at least a bad performing team this year. Like going into this season, I had Cal as one of the best teams because they have so many good players and somehow they just never showed up on any of their match days. And I mean, they played good against a lot of great teams, but I mean, it's understandable that it's one of the teams that H4K lost to, even though they didn't have a good season. I think H4K is going to be in a really good spot for tonight, though. I mean, they're going in this game confident, 9-1 season. Like, I don't know what else to say. Dibes has just done a masterful job. Fifth season in a row where I think he's probably built the best roster in all of Elite, and I don't like. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, Dives, how does he do it? I think it's been the running meme going on for quite a while here. But let's talk about map bans here. Obviously, the map bans have already been started. I believe they're just getting ready, all getting prepped up in the server itself. But from what we have here is that LEC's map pool just looks slightly smaller than H4K's, right? LEC has only played roughly what, 3 maps in total, and having some pretty good win percentages on all of them. But H4K have 100% win rate on Vertigo, Nuke, and I believe it was Anubis as well. With Ancient being a map that both have overlap, but H4K is just win percentage just outshines LECs. So I'm curious to see how you think which maps are we going to see and what maps would you like to see instead.
I'm really expecting us to see Anubis picked by LEC and Nuke from H4K, and the third map's probably going to be an Inferno or Ancient Decider. I don't. I think a lot of both teams are going to target their weaknesses, and uh, LEC is most likely going to ban Vertigo. Just H4K's been so dominant on this season. I don't see how you cannot ban it. And then I think H4K is going to just instantly ban Mirage and then Dust 2 afterwards and then go. All other 5 maps they're going to feel super confident on. They know they've been scrimming a lot this season outside of match days, and I think they're gonna know exactly what they want to do on those maps and just be super confident against LEC.
You know, you've played against the Walling Wizards here. You played them match day 9, and that was on Nuke. So tell me about their Nuke. Do you think their Nuke is just that much better, or was it just a bit of a ruse? Right? Was it something that they just completely molly like stumped on you guys, or was it a team effort and everyone was popping off for the Walling Wizards?
They just outclassed us in terms of aim that game, but it also just felt like they were anti-stratting us, and we really felt like that they VOD reviewed our games beforehand, and it wouldn't have surprised me with how serious some of the players on the other team want to win this title. That we believe that they're going ahead and taking the extra step to VOD review, and I mean I applaud them for that. And if they're going into this series doing that against LEC, I just don't see any chance for LEC because they're gonna have every step ahead of them, know what they're doing, have the better players, and it's gonna take an extreme performance from the LEC players stepping up. If everyone from the bottom down to the top players are gonna need to step up and go beyond to make this game happen.
Yeah, you did mention that the rest of the players for the LEC really have to step up here, but I want to highlight it's me, Owen, who I believe season 13 had a pretty high rating. It was a 1.3 rating across the season, and has fallen down to the 0.97 rating within the season. And we know that it's me, Owen, can really pop off and have that game. Do you think he's taking a step back and letting some of the newer players come in and kind of help the team help build up their confidence, or is it a completely mental game where they have just stepped down and just aren't able to find their way back?
Yeah, I'm not sure if Owen just overperformed last season or exceeded expectations, or if he's just taken a different role on this team and let Bones shine more. But either way, he really needs to step up this game because we all saw last season what he could do when he's kind of in his own and allowed to excel. But this season, he really hasn't shown that. And I feel like in a CSC season, it's 10 games is such a small sample size. So a player that is a great player can put up bad ratings and still be much better than what the stats show. So I think we can still see a great performance from Owen tonight, and I'm hoping to. I want to see LEC be more competitive than I think they're going to be because I want to see a good series. But part of me just feels like it's going to be impossible.
Yeah, there you go. The elite uh yapper, the analyst, the one who has played both of these teams before and showing uh you know leaning one way towards H4K. As much as I want to root for the underdogs of LEC, um I'm gonna have to agree with Blister here. I do believe it's gonna be going in favor of H4K, but I feel like it's gonna be a 2-1. Mainly just because it's playoffs, right? We've seen this happen many times again. Even within Recruit, we had the number one seeded team in ABW, the Abyss Walkers, lose out to Nan, who ended up winning the entire season. So we can realistically see almost anything happening here, and I do believe we're getting close to match time. I believe production has let us know that we have all players available, but they're just not getting ready to ready up. So please, I don't want to say spam message them, but send all your thoughts to help them all ready up here. But Blitzer, um, just talk to me about the season though. Elite overall, has it been a very competitive one? I know we mentioned the Cow being a team who went 2-8, and H4K being a team that's 9-1. But throughout the entire season, did every team seem like they can give a chance, or was there always going to be a team that you felt was an easy win or an easy loss?
I think this is out of my 3 seasons playing. This has probably been the most competitive season of Elite and CSC. I mean, we've had like a four-way tie at 6-4. Besides the two, I would say like bottom feeder teams, I think everyone else was really good. And even like the 2-8 team of Cal, like they had a lot of great players. They just lost a lot of close games, unfortunately. Feel like all the teams in playoffs have a good chance of winning their games even against the greatest teams. Like I still think LEC has a good chance tonight. I just think H4K is just that much more dominant that I don't see it going the other way. But in terms of like elite uh competitiveness, it's been probably the most competitive season for elite I've ever been a part of. Whereas other seasons like before I was just like, oh yeah, this team is just so much better. Like last season, I was just like, oh, Citron's gonna walk just if he loads in the server, he's gonna kill everyone. Whereas I don't feel like there's a team like that this year. I feel like if H4K wins this game and goes on to face BS, I feel like that's gonna be an extremely close, hard fought battle for either team because BS is really good, even though they went 6-4.
Yeah, I know you said that H4K just one of those teams that or at least you mentioned there's teams that just have that pop up player like Citron last season, and at least for this season, H4K have touched up on Sway, Ernesto being high rated players, but let's also talk about Jack, the unsung hero. A standard pack rifler who I believe in your words exceeds expectations MMR wise. Very low MMR, but performing way above their pay grade. So do you think we're going to be seeing Jack be promoted up to Premier, or have Jack just be a player that to look out for throughout the game, or what are your thoughts there?
I don't know if I would say he'd be promoted to Premier next season. I would say like if anyone on the team would be promoted to Premier, it'd probably be like Sway or Ernesto. I think Jack would probably just like get a huge MMR bump for next season. But he is definitely a player to look out for. Like he doesn't really get the praise he deserves in this tier, like everyone else on H4K does. And it looks like we're about to start.
Yeah, we're here on Ancient now, which I think surprised a couple of us. We both believed that Ancient was going to be a decider map, but it's here on the first map, and here we have the piss around starting up here. It's Mio with a couple of flashbangs, a tech down, it's a psychotic, the upper for the Vortigaunts, they're taking lots of LEC, and they're doing a cave rush. They're walking and they're running up, and they're going past cave towards middle. Jack through the smoke trying to spam, doesn't catch anyone off guard, doesn't catch any damage at all, and they're just doing a whole donut wrap. James Coda here in the temple position, has to be spotting, has to be wait for the time. Jack here spots a couple of players coming in, gets caught off guard, gets the first kill, gets up one, and now James Coda is being picked up here. That's one kill for Cad, excuse me. Now Jack has to push up here. There's a lot of space here, picks up another kill as Ernesto picked up onto Psychotic. Now two left players left, one by Big Box, one by A-Main. It's me, Owen, by A-Main. He gets instant good from the wall, but they're not going to be expecting players to Big Box. Yes, they are. The kills are coming in to and fro for the Walling Wizards. Jack picking up a 3K. A player that we once again just mentioned, popping off immediately at the defuse, is going to be heading over to the Walling Wizards in a fairly clean victory.
Yeah, getting planted down in pistol is always like it's a good thing to happen when you're not expecting the round win there. I think LEC had a good idea that round, and we'll see if they can try and capitalize off the second round force by.
Yep, this is one of the more important rounds, I believe, for a lot of these tiers. Second round force by on the CT side. A lot less important when it's the first half, and more important when it's the second half, especially if you're either up or down a sizable lead. But 5 empty for the Walling Wizards. They want to go fast, they want to go aggressive. A couple of mollies to deter both teams from pushing forward here. Sizable sack. Ooh, taking a good chunk of damage and does very little in return. That's Bones picking up just a tad bit of damage here. 98, not enough to really be super scary, but enough to really maybe turn the tides. Maybe they survive on 1 HP on a moment where they shouldn't have. We do have, I believe that's Cad. No, it's Psychotic, excuse me, up close by the cave position, just waiting for their time to strike as we do see sizable sack crawling underneath Tetris here. They're going to be walking up. The A main hit is going to be coming in. Jack in a very powerful position. The back of a couple of kills of their own, but gets taken out as the A side has been lost. But the quick rotates are here. We do see sizable sack coming through here. Picks up the kill. Does not. Bones is very low HP as another for Donut as Bones plays close by with the Deagle. They're in CT coming up here, trying to spot what they can. Oh, they're bumping into each other. They're giving each other a little smooch there, and they walk past each other. It's not planted for Donut, though. It's planted by the corner. Ernesto. Teammate, it's Mio and catches one from behind. And now time here gets called down to low HP. Sway, not knowing that there's someone in Donut on top of the smoke out, takes up the kill and goes for the defuse. They do have a defuse kit. I believe it's going to be close if they don't, but they do. And that's another round win for H4K. It's a very close loss, but one that was much needed nonetheless.
I'm really interested to see if LEC is gonna force again, getting so many kills, and it looks like they are. I actually really like this idea, knowing that H4K is gonna have a poor buy. I think this is the right idea, and this is probably gonna be a really crucial round going forward with the economy for this half.
Yeah, I mean, usually you would see these teams kind of buy up again here. They had one player left alive for the CG side. They had the bomb plan down, and the last one was being built up. Are going to be having a couple of SPGs here. Fast Molly towards the cave, as they are forcing back here. We can see some. They're sending the Molly, gets their head immediately ripped off. And its kills are just going back and forth here, but it's looking like the LEC are going to be in favor a little bit. HP going the way of the Walling Wizards, but still now the Walling Wizards have to play a little bit more passive, a little bit more spread out. Very fast, but nonetheless, kill comes in from James Coda, picking up an AK-47 there. The bomb is being planted. Jack is far behind. Gonna make a little noise. Going to the spam. Cannot catch anyone out. As Cad does pick up the bomb. Does plant that bomb, excuse me. Now the retake is on. They do have a couple of kits and a bunch of utility to use here. Some flashes, some molly, smoke nonetheless. Smoking off that bottom round. Molly towards, I believe, Ninja to flush out any close corners. And now they have the site to themselves, but they're not going to go for it just yet. And they have no water. And Cad, 2, 3, 4 quick kills. Oh my lord, that just happened all in quick succession there. Cad, the hero of the round, picking up 4 kills. A very late flank and one that was needed for LEC.
Yeah, this is really promising from LEC. Cat is stepping up to the plate. One of the players I said is not very good for LEC, and they needed him to step up. Normally, he's always their bottom feeder, and if he can play even a little bit above his expectations, LEC will have a much better chance going into this entire series here.
Yeah, and having the one left alive from that 4-spy round in the second round does come to bite them in the rear here, as they are now relegated down to a couple of pistols and 1 M4 onto Sway. We did mention Sway, a heavy hitter for the Walling Wizards. They have to come up huge here. They have to get more than just a 1, and they have to be in his power position so far. And now a beast stack here. Ernesto in cave with Sway right behind him towards the cave doorway. It's Miowen with the bomb, just holding for anyone trying to push down, knowing that their eco is not going to be just as good as they would have hoped. Now they're trying to split up the stack here. Sizable stack, and Ernesto walking up here. His head has been spotted. That's a bomb has been spotted. Oh, and the kill. That's the bomb down. They're gonna be aggressing. It's looking like they're slowly making their way up here. Sizable stack does a couple of players, 3 players trying to go for the fight with the 5-7. The 5-7 is not good at that far range. They need to recover the bomb here. They still have a minute left. Nothing lost. Too much here. He's taking a good amount of damage, but staying alive is crucial here. Jack and Ernesto walking up here. They pick up kill. Ernesto with the refresh. Another Ernesto with a double kill. Cat running up here with the bomb. Knowing that the B bomb is empty, planted for 3-point line, taps it for the fake. Now trying to get ahead of these players. Lazy up front and takes the kill out. Nonetheless, a good round for the Walling Wizards to pick up off of a forced by a Blitzer. How do we feel about that round?
That kill on ramp was so crucial. I don't even think H4K knows it, because when the bomb dropped, they all dropped back to site, and then LEC lost their cool, and they thought like instantly they had to go retrieve it. But H4K had no idea that the bomb was even there, and that's kind of unfortunate for LEC because they had all the time in the world to go get it, but they panicked and it cost them the round.
Yeah, obviously, for the higher tiers, you want to get control of the bomb. You never want to leave it in no man's land, especially when you have a minute left. While it is a lot of time to really win out the round, you have to pick up the pace when clearing the angles and trying to retrieve that bomb. Once you retrieve that bomb, you can then go back to playing slow, at least in my opinion. But now, the Vortigaunts, LEC for the rest of the for the rest of the cast here now have no rifles. They only have pistols, and it looks like they're gonna be moving fast towards A here.
Yeah, I think they're just hoping to get the bomb plant down, in all honesty. I don't really see them being able to do much here.
Yeah, that's all you really need, but a quick kill, a quick trade, but that's an excellent. Dakota picks up 2 from Donut, trying to deny that bomb plant, but Bones will be getting down regardless. Not gonna be spamming it. Might have been spotted. It happened. Every which way. It's looking very unlikely unless Bones comes up huge here. We did mention Bones being the higher rated player for the LEC squad. It's not huge here, but it doesn't matter. Ernesto pushing past the CSC smoke as it fades, giving the Walling Wizards another round to win, but only losing 1. I think LEC are going to be happy with that round.
Yeah, getting the bomb plant right there is a win, and I think this is going to be the best buy LEC has had, so we'll finally get to see like what a good default from them is with their rifles and their util, and get a good idea of what their idea is on T side, and if they're going to be able to string some rounds together. Because at this point, I haven't really liked their strategy going forward, but they've been continuously getting the bomb down, which is good for the economy and just the idea that they're playing the map right.
And obviously, a lot of teams, the point of Counter Strike at least is to, obviously win the objective, and winning part of that comes with planting that bomb. But if you can't win the after plant with that bomb, then Mood here, a fast B play coming in. The bomb site has been taken overrun. Fortune knows Wade, pick up one, goes to transfer, cannot get it as it's Mio and picks it up. Flag, and that's so the smoke in one corner. Picks one up here. Now equalize Zipper. It's Mio and down to 1 HP. I mentioned that before. James Coda is very far behind. And they have to come up huge here. This fight's gonna be going their way. Coda picks up the kill, and now we have Water fighting himself in the back. Another quick kill. With only 1 HP, but the quick play nonetheless. A very fast play. They got the bomb point down, but the kills are not coming their way. The Walling Wizards are everywhere and nowhere all at once.
I really do like LEC's decision to like change tempo, go quick B. I think that's one of the weaknesses of H4K is to stop those rushes, but in this spot they just weren't able to. And LEC lost the round. They have not played like one good post plant yet so far.
Indeed. It really just comes down to like how well these bomb plants go down. I believe they're trying to set up a instant mid smoke. It is going to be heading out here. Double instant mid smokes. One for the elbow, one for red. Three players coming in from the CT side, going aggressive. Team players coming out from elbow. So mid is now completely the Walling Wizards as we see Sway walking up to the mid. Trying to take a lot of space here, trying to deny LEC any further. Here, the lineup does tag Bones a little bit as they run into their own molly as well. A lot of space being taken from the Walling Wizards. Water going for the clear. A nice flashbang to get them out here. They're fully blind. And Sizable Sack the first kill. Sizable Sack cannot capitalize on that, but James Coda is taking out Psychotic. He's trying to go for the timing. It's Mio picks up a kill. The former season MVP runner-up coming up huge here. 7 and 6, doing some good damage overall. We are going to be seeing another fight towards elbow here. I believe that's James Coda waiting for someone to peer out that smoke. And they're slowly walking up now, hiding. See a player in red room just up, picks up the kill, does not. That's Sway being taken out by It's Mio. And now they're going to capitalize, running in to the A bomb site. The bomb is a little bit late here. It's going to be a free site overall. We do have a player in Jack, though, who is close by hearing all this stuff go down. All this noise being made. And he picks up a nice flick onto CAD. It's still a 2v2. It's Mio and is low, but Water is a saving grace here. Should be coming up huge. It's Mio and does have a triple kill, though. The fire does not want to be stopped. Flash coming in to help. A tap going in now. Ernesto kind of wait for a peek to come in. Now they're spotted. One towards Donut. Smoke and then a molly behind it. And he run into the molly. He went past it. And he picks up the kill. That's bad. But we're in there. Goes to the spam. And Ernesto picks up the kill as well. Bomb plant, or the key, the bomb defense coming in. Just a lot of action going on here within that round of the A bomb site. And the Walling Wizards pick up their 6th. The LEC squad have started slowing down after they won one round.
Yeah, it's nice to see Owen starting to play better, but Bones hasn't really showed up to the server, and they really need him to whenever they want to win the maps, because he's their carry, and when he doesn't show up, LEC does not show up as a squad. He is everything for LEC this season, and they need him to play well.
It was hard being a star player on the team, whether it was meant to be or not. You have to come up huge, and if the team is struggling, the one who's also struggling as well, it doesn't bode well. Some quick spray tracks coming in, the ramp is looking like it's going LEC's way. It's still a 3v3, and like I said, the CTs are now going to be spread out. All bases here, but that big fight going the way of LEC as well. And that's a lot of space given up here, and they have all the room to work with as they're starting to trail up here. And towards mid, they want to pause. They don't want to be too hyper aggressive here. They don't want to just give up the easy advantage. It's looking like another round win for the LEC team if they were to play it perfectly. As long as James Coda or Jack just don't have a completely pop-off round here. They're going to be playing a little bit split up here, playing close angles, one and done to fall off and maybe play for the retake. James Coda is getting quick and far deep into a main, excuse me. And they're going into the red room. Jack might have missed the spot, going up, misses the flick, and now he knows. Calling this over to James Coda, who's now going for the wraparound. And going back over to a main. 35 seconds left on the clock here. James Coda is very far away. They go for the tap, Psychotic. Worried about an A main player. or we're in about an A player, excuse me. James Cota now has the round in his hands. You just have to wait and strike at the perfect time. Slowly walking up here, misses the timing. Oh, my spots ahead. It's a little bit early, but does pick up the kill onto Psychotic here. It's now a 2v2 with Jack, excuse me, coming in fast from middle, trying to make their way over to James Cota. Smoke to cover CT cross. And goes just a little bit too shallow. Maybe trying to cover the bomb here. Assuming someone's going to be in Donut. Going for some pot shots through the smoke. And they're going to be taking out James Cota. And it's looking like Jack might just be saving this AWP. Misses the scope and misses the shot again. This is not looking good for Jack if he wants to get that AWP guy off. And this close to the bomb should not bode well for Jack. It does work out well. I'm still not used to these CST changes here as Jack has picked up the pad. The bomb plan, the bomb radius, I just always assume it's going to kill me.
Yeah, LEC really needed that round. If H4K found a way back into that, that would have been a huge mental break for them. And I think it says Walling Lizards picked this map right there. So, I mean, next to the Nubis, they'll still be able to bounce back if they don't win this. But I feel like LEC should be strong on this map and have a better T side than that.
Indeed. We do see James Cota with an XM though, playing in towards close caves. Now we did see a couple of bursts of the XM throughout recent times here in CS2. Just shotguns were completely overpowered here, but nonetheless, there's a couple of good money being made if they were to get. And Spam's going over from the left side. He's going to get spotted out. Does not pick up the kill. Troy with a quick trade though, and holding for the aggress. The dink is there, but not enough to pick up the kill. Cad picking it up. And now mid is free for the taking for LEC. They toss a molly. Flash is coming in. Jack picks up one kill onto water. At the down, spots the elbow. He doesn't pick up the kill onto It's Me Owen, I believe. And slowly walking up towards B here. Left alone. Now we have Ernesto who has just noise being made from the position. Picks up the kill onto Bones. The heavy hitter down. Ernesto, the aim of the B bomb site. Cat is low. And it's going to be a lot of work for Bones to really catch up here. Making a lot of steps. Here and does not pick up the kill. Now going for the spam, trying to get something, but they're low HP. There's nothing they can really do unless they do back-to-back headshots. And Smoke coming in. Where he is. And it's 30 seconds left. It's looking like and the smoke, or excuse me, a molly kill.
That's wild.
I don't want to call it BM. Because it was unintentional, but it feels like it was BM.
You have your confidence high. That's like the exclamation point. That's much better than getting a knife kill. After you get a knife kill, everyone is hyped. You just get a molly kill. Everyone is way more hyped. How rare is that to see?
It's definitely one of the more clip-worthy moments, and it's going to be now on the LEC's staple. It's going to be on their profile, their permanent record. Died into a molly in that playoff match, but the fast mid-take is Bjorn making a recovery now with a fat kill onto a sizable sack. Here, James Cota trying to prevent anyone from coming up here. The molly's not going to stop the bomb from being planted, but he's destroyed a couple of their players here. Flash is coming in. And now they're coming in here too. Second kill, Water picks up a third, or excuse me, a third. But trades are still looking in the favor of LEC. Ernesto is here towards Temple. And we do have Jack with the option. Ernesto cannot pick the kill on Psychotic. And now Jack is thinking whether they want to save or if they want to go for it. And it's looking like they're going to be saving here. LEC have picked up a third round after a molly kill. A very quick change in pace, as you mentioned before, Blitzer. A nice way to shake up the scene. But Water's going fast and aggressive on this hunt, and Jack hears the footsteps, and now it has begun running like the wind.
Yeah, it's good that LEC didn't let that BM kind of like get to their head. There's a lot of teams that'll be like just instant mental break, stop calming as much. They immediately came back with a good anti-eco round and won, and this is the round that LEC needed because they need 4 or 5 rounds going into CT plus a pistol round win if they want any chance to win this map. Because I mean, Ancient isn't one of their worst maps, but it's definitely not their best. And they're gonna need a lot of cushion for CT because I would say this map's pretty even right now if they want any chance to win.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the broadcast here, Blitzer. That both Blizzards have said that they don't have a best or worst map. They don't feel that there's any one map, so it's gonna be put to the test. Flash coming in, Psychotic makes to the op shot. The Sway misses the headshot. That was a nice double HC coming in. The corner here, a flashbang coming in. But Sway gets a quick headshot as well. They're running into the molly. Not able to go anywhere. Bit of a miscommunication there. Double smokes towards Ram. Now that's all the utility used up for the Walling Wizards on that B bomb site defense. But they're pushing past it. Sway pushed past through, but cannot pick up the kill into Bones. That low HP end of Hamas not working out for them. Their sizable sack trying to take mid control as they make their way in towards Donut. And now the pressure is on here. Molly towards CT. Temple, sizable sack spotted out here. They put a pick the first kill. Sizable sack cannot pick up the second. It's Mio with a nice double entry onto the A bomb site. It's Bone picks up on the Ernesto lurk from the B bomb site. Now it's up to Jack, who saved time and time again. Is it James time or is it Jack time? Making their way in towards Temple here. Slowly walking up. And that scope is going to make a lot of noise here. The Jack has to pick up a very quick no scope, quick scope, and drop it immediately for a rifle. Or go for the full-on op retake here. Maybe playing for the Ninja, actually. Maybe assuming that the LEC have assumed that Jack is going to be saving and is going to be going for a cheeky Ninja.
Does he have a kit?
He does have a kit, but no smoke, and he's going for a wait!
Psychotic heard him. He's coming back.
There's no sign.
Terrorists win.
I got
it was
a
close.
little over my head. It was definitely very close there, but Jack going for a very big balls play there, but now the Walling Wizards are very broke at the end of the half. Blitzer, how are they going to be recovering from this economical deficit?
I mean, I think they'll do something probably pretty fast-paced towards B. At least that's what I would do. Maybe like a cave rush, ramp rush, try and flash over. That's probably the best play you can make with guns like this. That last round was kind of encouraging to see Bones finally step up a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do something quick for B here, and that's what I'm going to play.
Case here, first kill, second, and does not pick up the third, but that's a lot of bodies dropped there for the Walling Wizards. They do recover an AK. Psychotic with the bomb, just manages to get away from the grasp of Sway. Once again, what we mentioned, one of the heavy hitters, but Sway is fast behind. Surely they should be expecting him close by. Smoking towards long. Block them off here. Behind here, Sway picking up the kill onto Ismion, who's coming in late. Caught picking up onto Jack. Sway has 2 kills and has to be ace. Actually, it's getting kind of close for the ace now, but Water or into, to Cave. Sway can be walking into the crosshair. Chose the wrong angle, chose the wrong 50-50, and now it's a very close game with what we thought was going to be a Walling Wizard stomp. 7-5 at the end of the half. Blitzer, how are we looking on the second half here?
That's a really good recovery on T side for LEC. From what was looking like it was just going to be a stomp, like you said. I think LEC, if they win pistol round, they're going to feel really confident. Even if they don't, I think they'll have some comfortable room to get their first round by at 9-5. This is anybody's game right now. When I was thinking when it at like I think it was 7-2 when they had that molly kill. I was like, H4K has us in the bag because they're probably gonna win this against these pistols. And right now it's anybody's game, which I was not expecting.
The stats really show that Walling Wizards is a more T-sided map, or T-sided team, and LEC is a more CT-sided team. So now we get to see both teams both against on their best sides. A nice little molly from Psychotic, a nice little running one as they are rushing today. Now attacking the ball, not running anything left. Still doing massive high sizable sack with a good trade, but really fast. Quick trade again. It's still in favor of the Walling Wizards now. Water with the duelist bomb is being planted. James Coda slowly HP, but the damage now down to 50. All it takes is James Coda to hit a couple of quick shots. Finding flashbang does not work out for Water. James Coda recovering now 14-9 for their scoreline and an 8-5. Still a competitive lead overall here for the Walling Wizards, but this round that the LEC needed to further, close this gap.
Yeah, I think they're gonna probably save here. Sometimes I'm a fan of the Force, but when this is such an important game. Now it looks like they're gonna buy Psychotics on a Nova, which is a little bit surprising to me. He's probably gonna go K with that. But I'm a fan of the buy rounds here, especially on Ancient, where there's so many like tight little crevices where you could just essentially find cheeky little kills. I think this is the right idea, and it looks like with a good stack they could just save if nobody comes to them. But it looks like all of H4K is coming right into them.
That's a really good play by Psychotic. They're stacking up towards the A bomb site. Coming left and right for the LEC squad. And it's looking like they're going to be winning out. They chose the stack they correctly VOD reviewed. And now they're going for the hunt. They're trying to cut off these players. Psychotic with the Nova fast up against it. But the slow fire rate from the Nova coming in. Mac 10s are not a good weapon for these long range. But they're going up against SMGs of their own. Barring CAD, who has the Deagle. Ernesto, low HP with the bomb plant and a minute left on the clock. Do you think Ernesto can win this out, Blitzer?
I don't think he's gonna stand much of a chance. A plant, if he gets a plant, that means a round win in terms, but he does not.
It doesn't even matter. Bones with the jiggle peaks and the instant headshot onto Ernesto does make it so that it's an 8-6 score line. Still very, very close in the score line, and one of the more important rounds, as we mentioned, winning out that second round for Spy. Whether you win or lose a pistol, especially if you have such a big deficit like that, like we see just now before us. And now the Walling Wizards, without the bomb plant down, no blast bonus being built up. They're going to elect to force up with Tech 9. So do you think they're going to go for a fast play and go for the kills or the bomb?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for a fast play. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that they're not buying down, considering they won't even really have a great next round with no utility. So, like, I wish they full bought.
Definitely indeed, that's indeed. But Psychotic only picking up one here. Good for them. It's going very aggressive. Now Psychotic with a good spam back. Bones picking up one of their own here. Sway with the Tech 9. Ernesto going for the peak there. Now left up to Sway, who does pick up water. They know exactly where Sway is. A molly going in. Stop them from playing the bomb. Smoke onto the bomb as well. They're going to be walking through. Smoke thought was deep enough, but it indeed was not. A bomb plant down to really help them buy into the next round. But as you mentioned, Blitzer, it's not looking like it's going to be a good buy regardless.
Yeah, I mean, the plant certainly does help, but I feel like if they bought into that round, they would have won it. Because they got sight so free, and if they had, they would have been able to afford 3 gills into that round. I feel like they would have won more fights and probably won out. But I mean, at least they have a full buy here because of the plant, and they should be decent. I think Sway's the only one without a really good rifle because he was the only one that chose to kind of go hero armor with take a Tech 9.
Hero armor indeed for one of the heavy hitters of the Walling Wizards. But I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a Galil or an AK. A headshot is a headshot, albeit instantaneous kill with an ideal for the player of Sway's caliber. But now, they heard the step, they heard the molly tick down. Kind of cut off from middle, as mid is now for LEC. Ernesto making their way up here. We did mention that Ernesto is a bit of a lurk player who likes to make their way into these little angles where no one can really see them. We have Psychotic on the op though, very posted up on there by short. I'm going up here. Just holding for anyone to peek up here. Maybe holding for the boost as well. Find some inkling of information, but playing a little bit more passive. Now it's coming down to a standstill. They're taking cave control. Bones with the SMG here, just jiggling it out. Both headshot machines coming in here, and some good damage onto Bones to really deter him from really coming up forward here. Sway, excuse me. Just waiting for the rest of the team to execute here from the B. Nice smoke here. Ernesto with a quick kill. It's psychotic and a good tag nonetheless. Both two low HP players for the LEC team. And now they're coming in. The bomb is late. It's Owen picks up a kill onto Jack. Now we know exactly where he is. Now calling for the rotate. Hey, they're coming towards A. And now they're making it. They're booking it. The rotates are coming in. Psychotic coming in to catch someone off guard. And spots no one in mid. He missed the timing. Ernesto could be coming in very huge here. Sizable sack. It's coming in, holding for the CC fight. Psychotic walking up. And Ernesto is low. And a good damage onto Psychotic, but not enough to secure the kill. Ernesto going to be called out here, going to be holding for it. Ernesto going to be walking into the scope, and he does. Now it's now all left up to the captain, the in-game leader. Kodo who picks up the kill onto water. And Psychotic is low, but it doesn't matter if you have that AWP, a one shot, one kill. Taps the bomb. Oh, and he calls it out. Striking so, and misses the shot. Almost misses the spray though for James Cody. He picks up the 9th round and picks up the op to bring it to the next round. Psychotic coming into their own in the CT side with that op, but nonetheless, it was not enough to win out the round.
I wasn't a huge fan of how the beginning of that round was played by LEC. They had 2 Mac 10s and they decided to play them in sight rather than go for like an aggressive play. If they flashed him into something, trying to get some map control, they might have been able to get some early picks. Just sitting around and waiting for the rifles to walk into your crosshair when you have SMGs, you're gonna lose that duel 9 times out of 10. Really wish they just tried to do something aggressive early on, and maybe they would have won that round.
Jack trying to capitalize on bringing over that AWP into this next round here, but the LEC do hear the scope though. They now know the Israel player posted here. Are they going to double swing? Are they going to go for a flash play? Yes, they do. They do catch him off guard though. Jack falls off. Going for the reswing, but it gets the first kill. Now this player here, so slices Koda through the smoke. Doesn't matter. And Jack, another kill. The entry up coming in, but that's a B side completely open. You don't even know it's not a kill though. Second, and it doesn't matter. We do see Nair still coming in towards the A side. A little bit of BM coming out there from the Walling Wizards side, but still a good round overall. You didn't see them going hyper aggressive against a low buy. I feel like they have done their homework on how the LEC play.
Yeah, I think H4K is one of the teams that have been doing their homework the most this season. I feel like they do VOD reviews. I feel like they're scrimming outside of days where match days are. Their team, I feel like, is practicing a lot. I think other teams have kind of pointed that out. When you play them, they kind of have a good idea of what you're going to do in the game, and you don't see that often in CSC, where a team kind of has a good idea of how you're going to play. A lot of times it's more pug style. So some teams have gotten frustrated by it, but I mean you have to respect when a team really goes out of their way to try and win.
I mean, yeah, it's a for fun league, and if someone has fun doing these demo reviews and anti-stratting, who are we to stop them from having fun in this game that we all seem to enjoy and that we all play? At the end of the day, it's only a game. Why you have to be mad? Although bragging rights for winning out, the trophy check a bunch of different players is huge here, but we are seeing an aggressive CT play by the LEC going down fast. Two players there, headshot, and unable to get a secondary frag kill there onto the other site as well. Trades going in, but still in favor of the Wizards. Ernesto picking up another B-side kill, and the LEC squad are just crumbling. It's looking like an 11th round for the Walling Wizards here. COD just has to save up here. Has no real way to get back into the round. No utility, no kit, and no teammates left to help.
Yeah, that was the play I wanted them to make a few rounds ago when they had SMGs, get aggressive ramp, and then now they have M4s and then they push. I wish they just did that beforehand, and now they throw this rifle round away almost in essentially, in my opinion. I feel like I feel like whoever's calling on LEC hasn't had the best games in terms of ideas for the CT side, and I think it's kind of costing them.
Maybe the Oracle is just winning out the rounds and winning out, the Chat GBT automated AI strat roulette coming in for the Walling Wizards. No one has to think; everyone just gets to shoot there. But really, want to highlight Bones here. We did talk about him, and we mentioned it throughout the entire match as well. Bones, 12 and 15, supposed to be their highest rated player, has gone to sleep, has just been MIA the entire time, and it could just be a warm up. It could be the warm up round in LEC overall, but as of right now, Bones is looking far gone.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't performed well in H2 season. Maybe this is a map he's very good at, or the team in general. So maybe when we see them over on Anubis, they'll pick things up. But the team really does rely on Bones. Like everything synergizes through him, and when he's not performing well, the entire team is just like they're just not gonna play well. They need him fragging and going out and getting those kills. I mean, Owen has really picked it up in terms of everything else, but no one on LEC is really having an outstanding game otherwise. And whereas on H4K, everyone is putting in.
Yeah, very fast. Mid pick up. Oh, rips the head off of sizable sack. Off of a very aggressive mid-price play, does make their way towards the position. It's Neo in his far behind. He gets one, trades, kills, going in favor of the Walling Wizards. But are they going to be expecting another second? Ernesto getting back one again. A very fast-paced round. I am very sorry for those of you who couldn't keep up with my rambling. That was so fast-paced. I got whiplash from how it went down, and now the LEC squad are now taking another tactical timeout. Their third in this match, Blitzer.
That play from Owen could have been so dangerous if he just timed it a little bit better, but it was a good attempt. The H4K just turned around and hit their shot, but that had me scared for a second. I thought H4K was about to lose a really big round in terms of this game. LEC, this is a good timeout from LEC though, because they really need to talk through this round about how their CT side has been playing out. H4K's kind of just been waiting things out, letting them use their utility and execing late, and or letting them push right into their crosshairs. LEC's been giving up a lot of early picks that they just don't need to.
Coming in now. Match point for the Walling Wizards. Keep in mind, it is a best of 3. We are going to be seeing at least one more map, so at least you have a chance to recover here. But I don't think their mental is that far gone. They still believe that's the mindset of a winner. Now, no matter the deficits, Soto, and he does not pick up the second. He almost had it though. Does tag him low, but Water picks up one onto Ernesto as well. 2 of the heavy hitters down for the Walling Wizards. But we mentioned James Cota, who is having a phenomenal game of their own. The captain really having 12 went absolutely insane right now, as well as Jack. So it's not over yet, but it's looking like the LEC have established another round win for the meantime, extending the game.
Yeah, James Cota is really playing way better than he normally does, and when you have a player that's just doing that well on a team that's already has so many great players, it's really hard to beat. I think Ancient is just a really strong suit for H4K, and the issue with Anubis being next for LEC is that H4K is also very good at that map. So even though it's their strongest map, it's gonna be a rough map for LEC.
But they are making their way over towards the B bomb site, though. They are splitting up 2-2 now. We do have Psychotic over towards Donut, making sure no one can walk up mid. And we have It's Me one towards Temple to make sure no one walks up from A main. Oh, the barrel has been spotted, maybe? Nope. I just getting in over my head. The X-ray baiting me. And Sizable Sack is making their way up. The time in here, but it doesn't matter. Out there, the instantaneous trade is there. And James Porter going for the swing. Does not ready for the player in long. Excuse me. And now the flash point in Jack in a 1v3. Can Jack do it? Can Jack now spots the body? Does Cat land the frag? He almost on long flare. And he kills him. And he almost won up the round. Psychotic with a very big brain play going in, knowing that Jack is not going to be looking for long once again, extending the game now to 8-12 for one more round. Blitzer, what happened within that round?
Yeah, good thing Psychotic saved them there at the end, because that would have been really bad to see a 3v1 with almost no way you should crawl your way back into it, and he almost won. I think it's going to be really hard for LEC to break H4K's money and find a way back into this game, but if they win this, they might get one round and go 10-12.
Actually being wrung out now, but Sway has realized this and realized that they can make their way up towards Cave. Spots a leg, and he lands the flick shot onto Psychotic. Psychotic, you're going to be slamming their death from that. Assuming that they were safe, but Bones might be going for a similar play. Mighty Man to Smoke, trying to make sure no one gets that aggressive and pushes past it. We do see Water with the SPG, though, walking away. And Sway might have just found the timing. Ernesto making their way up here. Picks up the kill onto Water. Smoke's coming in, going for this clear, but gets taken out by Bones. Now it's a 1v1 on the B bomb site, but the bomb is going to be planted towards A. Everyone has picking up the kill onto Sizable Second. Now they're assuming there's going to be B bomb site hit. We have Cat who does pick up another double kill, but all that noise being made, it's a fake. The Walling Good, the Oracle. I've called it perfectly. Play correctly. This aims. Now it's down to the 2v3. A good post play now for the Walling Wizards. Oh, but the Shadow spotted him, but it doesn't matter. James Cota cannot play. Ernesto picks up the first kill. Should know that there's a second player there. And he definitely does know one more now there. Ernesto. Assuming that there's from Donut. Doesn't matter. Bones with a very aggressive wide swing. Go for the fight. Ernesto had almost won it out, and now there's LEC have excuse me, just losing my mind here. They've extended the lead once again. And that's now 9-12 in favor of the Walling Wizards still. Ernesto, how can the Walling Wizards stop this little rut that they're in?
That was such a huge round from Cad there, getting those two in mid. He's normally not the player you see step up in rounds like that, but this is the playoffs, and sometimes you see the players you don't expect to perform step up. And that's what LEC needs right now, is they need players to step up. It's 9-12. This is going to be an eco from H4K. They need to hold their ground here, have all 5 alive, get rifles in the next round, and then maybe LEC takes this to overtime.
But it's possible. We are guaranteed overtime. Well, Psychotic boosted up here, misses the shot. Crazy does pick up the kill onto the ball. That's taking over, but it's me. Owen, 2 quick denying the bomb plant, and then tosses the volley on top of it. That's the fact that the recovered hero rifle. Smokes are down though, but they're not permanent. Bomb is dropped. Excuse me. Gets dropped down for the spam. No one spots him out. Gets the nice hit. But James Cotto with a nice flank on towards Cave, and now they know exactly where James Cotto is. It's not being maybe planted for him. So the redirection going to be coming in here. And a lot of pick up the second. Wait. And he picks up the third. Wait. James Cotto can actually win this. Wait. The meme that we all know and love. The flashbang coming in. Reloads it. Psychotic is not going to be swinging. It's going to be looking like LEC pick up another round when they do have the kit. But that was a close one. James Cotto could have won it all there for the first map, but Jesus, Blitzer.
If he won that, I was gonna leave the call and never come back. There is no way anyone should ever win that round, and somehow LEC almost let him walk right into it. That would have been clip of the week, clip of the month. I almost felt embarrassed for LEC. The hair on my arm was going up. There's no way James Cotto should win that round. I was scared.
Yep, but now with the bomb plant down, this is going to be where, boys become men. It's not going to be down to the final couple of rounds here to avoid overtime. The Warrior Wizards have to be perfect. They have to do their shots. They can't make a mistake. But so squad, Bones, Sway just a little bit normal. Picks up a second. Is it we talked about Sway being an aggressive entry flagger, showing their worth, their weight in gold. Those two quick kills. And now it's coming down to a slowdown. Sizable Sack making their way towards middle as well here to go up against Water. But we do have Psychotic as well. The op in Cave is not a very good one, but Water spots the head out, and he does land Sack. A good chunk of but none. It doesn't matter though. Ernesto with a good trade onto It's Me Owen. And Ernesto with another kill in as well. That's a bomb being spotted as well. The donut smoke going in. Psychotic very far away. Only has an op, and it's going to be opting to stick with it. No rifle for them to pick up, at least one. They just walked out past one, taking a little bit of HE damage from their flame. And it's spotted. Ernesto through the smoke onto the head of Psychotic. It's a 13-10 victory. A very close first map, Blitzer.
Yeah, Sway just helped him close it out there. All game long, he was helping him get the entries on T side, even CT side. He's such an impactful player. His rating isn't the best on H4K, but he is by far their best player. Every round, he always finds some way to make an impact, and H4K closes out the map there. I think it's gonna go to H4K the way it's going. I don't think LEC is gonna. I mean, even though it's LEC's map pick, I think H4K is going to win again. I don't see any way for LEC to be competitive here.
I mean, do you believe that even if Bones were to, wake up and start hitting headshot after headshot coming into the second map?
I I mean, even if Bones wakes up, it's possible. I mean, there's always a chance they take a map, but then it goes to nuke, and I don't believe in LEC to beat their nuke because H4K is so strong on nuke, and then I don't know if other players on LEC are gonna be able to step up again like that. Like, I mean, Cad had a pretty good game. It's gonna be pretty tough for LEC to win on Anubis, but I'll say it's a possibility. Just
Definitely
to
a
just to get
possibility.
just to get everyone excited because I think we all want to see a, the best of three go the distance and for 3 maps.
We all want to see more Counter Strike, but for the meantime, everyone, JD's and Lenelman, we're gonna be heading off to a break. So go get some water, get some snacks, and come back within 5 to 10 minutes for that second map. We'll see you guys in a bit. right, guys, we are back. We are about to head into the server right now, but let's just talk about that ancient game Blitzer. It was a masterclass to say the least. LEC making their way back up, clawing their way, trying to make it to overtime, only to be completely shut down by Sway's double entry towards Cave.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, it was a James Coda masterclass. Like, he really showed up. I mean, he wants to win this. And earlier today, he said that he accidentally has been playing with mouse Excel on for the past few months. Maybe this has made a difference because he turned it off and he just popped off today. So let's see if it keeps going into the next games and he can continue to play that well.
Honestly, Blitzer, to me, that sounds like a cover up for cheats. Now, I'm not going to be calling out James Coda for cheating. However, you know, oh, I just had to turn off mouse Excel, and and then you start popping off. Seems a little suspicious to me, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen, into a Anubis, and now it's a piss around. Try to cut you off, Blitzer. I know you had a lot more to talk about within that ancient game, but we have more live counter strikes to talk about, and it's now on Anubis. Walling Wizards picking up a couple of flashbangs onto Sway, and I believe there's going to be no more smokes. So that's all they're going to be picking up, and they're going to be making on their way towards this A site. Going to be going for a late hit. We do see James Coda late in mid trying to catch someone off guard, but it's a double setup here. Psychotic and CAD there, but Water taking out James Coda. Now the hit's going to be coming up here. Good trade there by CAD and Jack coming in. Water past the middle. Cannot do anything there. Jack with a nice double kill. Ernesto picking up the goolies. And now here it's down to the 2v3. No, you don't say it's me Owen, but no space to be given. Bones, we did start waking up now. Maybe Ancient wasn't their map, but it's me Owen going fast to the flank. Picks up Sway. And picks up Ernesto as well. And the third onto Jack. It's me Owen, the hero from last game. And the hero again for the pistol round with the kit. And the 3 quick kills in succession to win out the LEC's first round.
Yeah, what a huge round. I think the most important pistol round in all the game is Anubis right now, like CT side nuke was in CSGO. Even though that Walling Wizards got plant, they're not gonna have that great of a buy with the nerf to bomb plant money. So I think LEC should get 2-0 here and then have a pretty decent rounds going at the start of their CT side half. And getting 4 or 5 is the goal on this round.
A lot better than their first half over there on Ancient, but they were on the T side starting off. So going up now. They're playing very passive, knowing that they're going to be playing against the Pistols. A lot of Tech 9s being run out, a lot of Mac 10 sounds being run out. Spotting a lot of players here towards Catwalk. Taking out there. Huge here. He does. Ernesto onto Water. COD holding it down on the bomb, running low on bullets. It's Mio trying to be the hero again, but Bones coming in now from A main. They're not going to be expecting it. Going to be playing it behind. That is Sway who can now recover. Flashbang going here. Nice flashbang. Bones dodges it, but an HE for the back of sight with the rifle with the pistol. But it doesn't matter. It almost didn't matter. Excuse me, as Bones landed the HE, but Ernesto landed the spray anyway. And teabagging and body shooting again. We talked about it, Blitzer. The second round force buy is the most important to win, and we saw that the Walling Wizards take it. It's now 1-1, and I believe we're going to be seeing a battle of the force buys.
Yeah, Battle of the Force buys for sure. And I mean, LEC has shown that they've been pretty good with their force buys. I think they've done it. They did it twice on Ancient and won both. Also, that BM coming out from H4K onto Bones. I think that's the last player that you're gonna want to do that to, because if you get him going, there's no going back. He will start showing up, and he'll turn the game into one that you don't want to.
Yeah, this is fast aim, main aggression. And it's looking like Jack and Sway pick up a couple of kills of their own. It's me Owen taking out Sway though, and it's still looking like it's in favor of the Walling Wizard just from the superior gun mechanics overall. But it doesn't matter. It's me Owen who was going for the aggressive play. The bomb has been spotted. Flash coming in. Bones close up 55-7. Very good potential for a one-shot headshot range. Pick up the second. He does not. But Psychotic is there in dark, and now Sizable Sack knows where he's at, but Psychotic doesn't know. And now Sizable Sack has a timing. Psychotic needs to play this perfectly, needs to be aware of this timing that could potentially be happening, and he's not going to be looking for it. Sizable Sack doesn't matter. Psychotic cleanly ripped off the head from the Walling Wizard support player, and now Once again, battle of the force plays. We said it last round, and it's going to be happening again. Will Walling Wizards go in, or are they going to be saving because it didn't get that bomb plant?
LEC has just been so good on these force buys. Even on Ancient, they were so good at them. Like, even like with the calls of where to push, when flash, they've been so amazing with them, and it's really good sign to see it on Anubis because they need these CT side rounds, and if they can win this, they're gonna break H4K's money and have a lot of rounds going to this half. This is a really good sign early on, and I think there's a really good chance they win this match. Early signs.
Just taking a couple of shots there towards Dark. Part of the player out there, but Cod, just gets caught on the fall down. Takes a quick out for James Coda. That's not the lowest play. Cod is running through the smoke, trying to go for the spray transfer. Down picks up 2, picks up 3. It's Water. Needs to help out as well, but it's Mion taken out by Ernesto. The hero A for this round. Damage. Ernesto cannot win the spray though. Ernesto round one for the LEC squad, picking up a third. And now the Walling Wizards are kind of forced to save here, so it's gonna be should be a free round for the LEC. I don't want to jinx it, but we all know the caster's curse is real. Blitzer, how do you feel?
Everyone so far has been showing up for LEC on this map, and that's what we needed to see. Because last map on Ancient, like, it was nobody was showing up. So if they can get even 6 rounds on CT side, I'm gonna have to change my opinion and say that LEC is probably gonna take this Anubis map.
Yeah, just pistols for the Walling Wizards. What should be doing here? We do have a deagle onto Ernesto though, who has been hitting some really good shots overall. Gonna be going for a boost your sway with the bomb. Ernesto up there. There's gonna be no one home to receive this deagle of Ernesto, but they are going to be getting a good amount of info here. These pistols are playing somewhat passive, but they're not afraid to take space, and that's the confidence you want to see within these T-sided players. A lot of space being given up though, but they know that they can handle it down. They have a bunch of utility to hold them down. Some good HE placements and one good Molotov to prevent them from even planting or even from entering the site. Which is huge here. And like I mentioned, a good timing on the HE does tickle James Coda, but enough to really scare them off. Psychotic now taking a couple of shots towards House with the SMG, but caught onto sizable side, trying to go for a late lurk, trying to catch a timing. He's not going to be doing well so far here. Yep, Water taking out Jack. It's going to be just Pistol's going to be running down here. And Sway walking up, trying to catch out Psychotic, making space here. Doesn't matter. Psychotic kill as well. And no shot to be found here. No deagle shot to be found as well. Psychotic farming with this SMG. Comes over the corner and does not pick up the kill, but does, I guess, build up the confidence that you are going to be hitting shots now. Doesn't matter if they have a deagle or not. You know that Walling Wizards are going to be feeling a little bit too high from that Ancient win, and knowing that they can be weak as it almost went to overtime.
Yeah, all 5 alive is so huge for the CTs here. I hope they just see Psychotic get flashed into something aggressive, or maybe they go for like a Canals push with 2 of the players, just because I don't want to see them like upgrade off the FAMAS and MP9, but I'd love to see them try and make an aggressive play with it rather than just sit and wait.
I think Michael Bedford's mind, but it's caught off guard. Never mind. Actually takes him out, and Ernesto will trade, but it's me, Owen. Again, as well. We didn't mention the aggressive play would have been huge for that MP9, and it does. Jack in here towards T steps, going for the peak towards Dark and towards Upper Bridge, but doesn't spot anything. Heard a flashbang towards the main. They're going to be walking out. It's going to be holding. They're going to be holding that angle. James Coda re-smoking up House, who seem to slow down. They're now 2 and 5, coming out from that high of last match. I believe it was 21 and 6. I want to say 16. It was a good scoreline nonetheless for James Coda. A quick little B smoke there thrown by Sway to maybe bait some utility here. Yep, a Molly does ring out, and they're going to be using that to their advantage. Flashbang for James Coda to be swinging into the double doors, and no one's home. It's a lot of free space being taken out, but James Coda wants to make sure that they're clearing out every angle, making sure that they are not caught off guard. And they're splitting this down the middle. It's me, Owen, holding for the angle to be crossed. Now, that is a very tight angle. It's a very long shot as well. The spread could be the one to come bite them in the rear here, as Sway does cross through. And it's me, Owen, spray, and lands a tag onto Jack as well, but Jack lands one of their own. Holding for it. Sway's going to be going for a entry and spots the second player walking in. Knows that they're behind him. Going for the spray down, low one. Spots one from the lane. And misses the shot by Jack. Trying to go for the no scope. and now the LEC are dominating the Walling Wizards on their map pick.
Yeah, that was just a really well set up round. I liked the aggression earlier, like I called. I was hoping them to do, and then once they got that those two early picks and had the man advantage, they just reset, sat back, and waited for H4K to make their play. Let them walk into their crosshairs. A mistake a lot of teams at this level make is they continue to take the fights when they shouldn't, and LEC is just making the right calls on this map, something they weren't doing in Ancient, and this could go in their favor.
The side picks up 3. But the bomb plane is being taken out now. Psychotic does so 5, but scopes in and tries to go for it. Doesn't matter, but it's Owen fast on the flank as well into Dark. Stops them from getting into a good post-plan position. Stops the Walling Wizards, H4K, the Hacker Haven, from winning out a round and keeps the lead going for the Lambda Esports Club.
Yeah, and so far LEC just has been shutting them down. H4K really hasn't had an answer for their CT side setup. I was expecting a better T side from H4K, them being 2-0 on the season with a 63% round win rate. But they have not really had any idea of what to do. Anubis is pretty T-sided going into like just general map play at this level as well.
Yeah, T-sided indeed, so maybe the LEC are that much better on the CT side than H4K is on the T side. Blow the smoke over. Four shots being taken out, and a Molly and an HE2. Seeing going for some spam, but sizable sack spams correctly and guesses correctly. Sway coming in. Acid. Oh, spots one towards Dark, but that's like out towards Palace. Sway just pick up Bones. This is the flick. James Cota goes for the kill. Now the bomb side has been lost. Looking like H4K have won this round, and it's almost sealed up. Looking for It's Mion has been on a tear recently. Last map, and this map 12-4. We didn't mention It's Mion was a higher rated player the last couple of seasons and has seemed to have fallen off here. So Blitzer, are we excited to see It's Mion to have a resurgence?
Yeah, and I mean this is the perfect time, like playoffs for him to finally show up. Right now, Owen really hasn't been doing too well all of season long, so they really are happy to see him performing like this, especially with Bones on the team. And if Bones can start showing up this series as well, I don't think H4K would be able to shut down both of them. It would be just a overpowering of individuals.
Yeah, but it's looking like they're not even going to be needing Bones as everyone else has decided to step up. We did say that this is the win condition for the LEC. If everyone starts playing above their pay grade, everyone starts playing above and where they're supposed to be, and It's Me Owen leading the charge is very, very huge here. The H4K do win out that round though, especially that kill into It's Me Owen coming in from CT, very round defining kill to force everyone else to kind of just go for a save there. But now we are seeing a double up now. Bones and Psychotic. Is that something you've seen before from the LEC squad?
It's not something I've seen specifically from them. Nice shot there from Bones, like an amazing shot. But I do see it a lot from teams that have strength currently because I think it's just the best way to hold Anubis and get free rounds. And then if you lose sight, you immediately save.
Yeah, I mean, just Bones with that aggressive play there. A good shot onto sizable sack, but COD going to be aware that this is going to be a lurk smoke. Sway coming in from the front. Turns one the worst possible time. Sway almost had a timing to catch Cat on the jump up, but doesn't matter. For the LEC team, Jack basing their shot there. Ernesto making their way in towards Dark, trying to clear for the angles. They are stacking towards B. The bomb is going to be coming in here. But step has been made, and now Ernesto has been made known. Psychotic holding for this. Smoke comes in. Molly comes in as well. They're going to be holding for that smoke to come in. Psychotic holding. Water tossing of Molly towards B main. It's now looking like a round 4. And now Ernesto's going to be more huge here. Not getting the good. Very fast trade. That coming in from B main. They're going to be hearing the scope there. Walking through one. Picks up a second, but not as Water picks up the Jack as well from B main. A good hold from the LEC squad from the Vortigaunts. I tried it and I flopped.
Yeah, I really excited to actually see them pull out the double up. I think it's probably the best way to play Anubis CT side. essentially they take site, you just insta save. A lot of teams run this at like very high levels. You won't see it other than that, but I mean, LEC does lead the league and rounds saved. Almost four of their top five players are all in the top 10 of rounds saved, so it makes sense that they play this way, especially on purpose.
Little default going on for the Walden Wizards though. They're gonna be coming out. A couple of players out here, staying outside towards the bomb. Again, they're kind of taking space, but they managed to make their way in towards canals here, trying to go for a nice little piece with utility and nature. Sizable stack, but Jack has made their way into the first kill. He's now walking up the edge, catching baby. Jack coming out from there from Palace, but it's no hiding stuff. It's tagging up to low HP, and it doesn't matter Ernesto with the trade, but Bones is past that Molly. That's the head. Vision, but getting ticked by the Molly. Verdict going in, and yep, both players. Such a third shot, almost had the lineup, but Ernesto with a great pop-off round there on the B bomb site. The Walling Wizards are now up 3 rounds as LEC are up 7. And we could be seeing another close outlet.
Yeah, I mean, H4K has to be happy to finally get some rounds. LEC isn't going to be too upset with losing these rounds. I mean, the T's are eventually going to start pulling rounds in, but 7 rounds is a very high amount. Typically, you don't see anything past 6 for CTs at the level of Elite. This is a very T-sided map at the moment, so this is a great half already for us.
After the flash, he wasn't ready for it. Water has the best no fat HG onto Water. That's exactly why you need armor. Had it been any better, and it would have been over for Water. A nice little trade 1-for-1 here, but now the Walling Wizards have to recover and regroup and find another place to attack. This B bomb site, it has been stacked. 2 towards Arc, 1 by Glizzy, and a bit of a miss smoke for James Coda to peer around. But we do have COD towards back of middle, holding for anyone to walk out here, and we do have Psychotic with the op on that A bomb site. So nonetheless, they have a good solid strategy around here, and a good little pot shot taken out. Ernesto heard that, and now is aware and is a bit afraid that someone might be here. Was gonna go for a smoke, but instead opts to just have their gun out. No space being taken, but they're gonna be taking a fight towards mid here. Yep, but Ernesto with a great flick back onto the head of CAD. That is a good kill to get, but we do. And then late there, James Coda lets his team die and does not pick up a secondary kill. The bomb is dropped over towards T spawn, and no T's left to recover at home. Ernesto, we did mention this lurk player going in their backlines. They're not going to be ready for this. They should know that there was a player towards mid, and now Water is going to be aware of it. Doesn't matter, Ernesto taking out Water, who was low for HP, and Bones with a great little crack angle onto Ernesto. But once again, the bomb is irretrievable, and there's 10 seconds left on the clock. Unless both of the LEC players were to come at Jack at this exact moment, it's looking like an 8th round for the LEC as we head into the final round of the half.
Yeah, I just don't like how H4K played that round, having Sway. I mean, as great of an entry as Sway is, I just don't like him running through that smoke in so early into the round. I wish they had just a better plan instead of, hey, let's have him run through the smoke blind 5 seconds into the round, and then they kind of just instantly canceled off of it. It just allowed LEC to instantly have a man advantage and kind of dictated the rest of the round.
Round to be had for sure, but now LEC don't have that head of it by. They have a goal from Moss, but it doesn't matter. It is the last one of the half, so whether they win or lose, the economy is not going to be an important factor, at least for this half. They are once again stacked outside by the B bomb side is the the H4K squad, and they're looking like they want to hit this B bomb side again. And I think they just got tired of having to deal with that A side hold, the consistent trades and the phenomenal pop flashes from the LEC players. They're going to be attacking now. They're going to be walking up past the smoke, close to the smoke. Flash is going to be coming in. Molly for dark. They're going to be calling that out now. Hey, guys, in out. Going in. Tries to go for the turnaround. Doesn't know where Sizable Sack has went off to. Bones left behind the smoke, hiding. A lot of utility raining down onto Psychotics. Bones, but Bones is a very power play position. And has to wait for the strike. The barrel might have been spotted here. Bones going for the swing. And as Jack said, the pad on the flank from Canals. You see it's me Owen coming in late from B main. Yep, that's the whole thing. Me Owen and Bones putting straight. Another kill from James Cota as well. The captain taking the reins there. And it's an 8-4 half in favor of LEC as we now swap to the second half.
Yeah, that is a huge half from LEC. When you only get 4 rounds on a new T side, you are not feeling so hot going into CC side. Sometimes when my team got 6 rounds on T side, we were kind of like, that's not good enough. We need pistol rounds. So getting only 4 rounds, they need this pistol round if they want any chance of winning over H4K, because it's going to be really hard to climb back into this game if they don't win pistol here.
I mean, Owen has definitely been hearing our calls, our criticisms of his season, as he's now 15-8, 117 ADR. That was opted by a smoke and a molly with a smoke and a 2 flashbangs for water. So it's looking like an actual set hit on, I believe, the A bomb site. They might be trying to toss a fake here, maybe a 1 smoke and 1 flash over towards the A bomb site as the rest of the players book it through canals to the B bomb site. Maybe trying to pick up a couple of kills, but they're walking up here. It's a B stack here for the Walling Wizards. But Sway is here with the dualies towards heaven. And now they're going to be calling, hey, the Yuto's coming out here. He smoked off, volleyed off, and a lot of flashes going to be coming in here. And use them both here for Sway. Trying to back, excuse me, going through the smoke, but gets taken out. Sway popping through the heaven. Right hook off the top rope. Picks up 2 quick kills with dualies. And now it's a 2v3 with no bomb plant being seen. Smokes do have a timer on this as they start to fade here. Water taken out. Looking at the right, wrong time. James Cota and Jack doubling up for themselves as well. Sway with a WWE off the top rope with the dualies through the smoke. It was madness.
Yeah, that's a huge run for H4K if they want to have anything to do with this game. There's still a very long way to get back into this because this map is just so T-sided. LEC, not getting in the plant isn't the worst, but I mean, they still have to feel confident that they're going to win this game, knowing that they're on T side with 8 rounds.
Absolutely, and that this could be a round that Walling Wizards win for sure. They aren't going to have to go up against the spy, so it should be a relatively easy round to win, unless these P250s and this Deagle can really just go absolutely nuts. They do have head armor, so that P250 is still going to do a lot of damage, but not going to be an instant 1 tap to the head. But Jack with this long range rifle, spotting for T-steps, making sure no one's going to crossfire, making sure they're not missing the timing, and then spots the body. The player of Ernesto, or excuse me, of Bones, had a bit of a dyslexia moment there. But Bones taking a couple of pot shots, doesn't work out. Taking down some low HP, Bones taking some low HP as well. The Walling Wizards are not going too aggressive, knowing that these pistols are here. They don't want to give up any of these long-range rifles, but these SMGs should absolutely be going in for an aggressive play, together at least. Sway just biding their time though, hiding behind the pillars. James Cotto is here from heaven, jiggling and hoping for a bait and switch setup here. They know Sway is an A-side defender, at least they should know from the homework and from that previous round, but it could be an off or 1 round. An off round, maybe something to switch up here. Molly coming in from James Cotto though. That's a really well-timed molly to prevent him from pushing forward. And now, yep, Water's calling a yep. The round not over, but it does put a stack onto their plans there. But they're running away now. We'll stack onto Psychotic Cod. Taking a lot of steps here. Good little bait and switch setup from James Cota and Sway to really win out that round.
Yeah, just a nice overall setup from H4K to make sure that there's no way that LEC was ever going to get bombed down. Nothing that LEC really could have done about that, but they have a good buy going into this next round, and hopefully they can start getting things rolling into this T side.
Absolutely. Now you mentioned Glitcher, that you want these SMGs to really, go balls to the walls and be hyper aggressive and take, aggressive map control. What is the best place to be seen here? This is to see that coming in, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, anytime you have SMGs going into the second round or the third round, I always like to have it towards B main or mid.
looking like they had the right idea, but just couldn't do it well enough. The execution just was not there. The B bomb site has been lost, and the right long range rifle is nowhere to be seen for the Walling Wizards to pick up. As it's James Coda and Sizable Sack who have to yet to clutch up this round in a 2v3 with the bomb just now being recovered, but they're gonna be heading over to this B bomb side, I hope. They're actually calling the bluff now with a minute left. They understand that the Walling Wizards could have definitely rotated in and given up some pieces of map control, assuming that they're going to be hitting that bomb site down, assuming that they had control of the bomb in the first place. Bones getting aggressive though, taking a couple of spaces here with the rest of the team. As Sizable Sack is deep in towards Palace, holding for the cross. Anyone trying to recover and rotate back in through Palace, but it's looking like they're going to be hitting A here. They are assuming take some pot shots, doesn't land any of them. James Coda does pick up the rifle though. They recovered M4 A1S now. A kit onto James Coda. That's aggressive, blinds him up, but Psychotic takes the kill anyway. Now they know that James Coda is there as well. Molly force back second. Nice little bounce there. Geometry classes there, but James Coda picks up the second. Can he pick up the third? He cannot. Bones just at a bit of an off angle to take out James Coda, and now it's still a 6-9 lead. Very closely scoreline nonetheless, but one that we could definitely see LEC taking home.
Yeah, and that was just a bonus round for H4K the most part. And getting that much damage onto the LEC is in a round win in some ways for them. Honestly, anything more is exciting, but it just didn't happen. I think H4K has a really good buy here in comparison to LEC, so we'll see what happens.
Usually being traded out here, double smokes to ensure no one can get towards the bridge. Bones tossing in a flash for A, trying to determine that direction here. Does almost hit the shot there had it been a little bit wider in dark, but nonetheless, still a bit of a standstill. The round just started, so not a lot of action being taken place here, but they're just trying to feel out the round, trying to feel out where these players could potentially be playing here. We do have Ernesto sitting by Pizza and just holding there up. They're going to be assuming that there's one close by here. And now, the talking block is spotted out, but the head cannot be spotted. Now here, Jack has to come up huge. A flashbang going in. Picks up a second, almost picks up a third. That's a CAD, but now Sizable Stack does make a step. They're going to be calling out, hey, there should be one close by being made, but no one's turning around. They're going to be holding for the timing. Yep, Water has now thought about the timing, but looks away at the last second. Sizable Stack does have a really good play here. James Coda making a lot of noise. Flash comes in, but It's Me Owen rips the head off of James Coda. Now Sizable Stack has to come up huge. Is in a very power play position here. Water lands a headshot. The first cannot pick up the second. A good trade, a good peek by the LEC squad, and they have reached 10 rounds. They're getting close to the infamous 12 scoreline.
Yeah, I think the reason we saw LEC just have so much more success on the B site there than H4K did was just because they were able to get E-box control, and that's just such a pivotal part of the map that you need to get almost every round and then split into B site. And if you can do that, you're gonna win almost every single B site hit. And that was something that H4K was just lacking to do. They were just funneling out through B main one by one by one. And LEC seems like they just have the better idea of how to play this map. I think they're gonna win out. I think this is gonna be just 13 seconds.
Those are going away of LEC. It is just a save though, so the Walling Wizards are just hoping to get any sort of guns here. Maybe not a MAC 10. Maybe they just want to get an AK-47 at the very least. Farm up some money with those US. Offense will be taken out here. A nice little thing from Sway, but they're not going to be expecting CAD. Discipline, stopping them from picking up the gun. Reload, and James Coda picking up the kill now. Not going to be winning out the round, but still definitely made it costly for the LEC squad. Heading into this next round here, they can definitely drop that over to Ernesto, who should be unlikely to buy coming in. But yeah, it's gonna be an 11th round for the Vortigaunts. I'm gonna keep trying throughout the match. I'm gonna keep.
I don't know how to say it either. All I know is that it's something to do with Half-Life. I think I don't know. So maybe someone can tell us.
Terrorists win.
Can we get a couple of chatters to tell us how to pronounce the Voorhees LEC squad?
But that was a good damage going in from H4K. If they want any chance to come back into this game, it is gonna be from breaking LEC's money, and they're pretty close to doing so.
Yeah, they do have a buy regardless, so it's gonna be a good round at least. Lack of head armor, but it doesn't really matter against the AK-47s with the one-tap headshot potential there. Some utility being used up already early on. Ernesto with little to no utility. Actually, yeah, absolutely no utility at all. So really just pure skill, pure raw aim, and pure mechanics. Learn to be bomb site, one that requires a lot of utility to really hold down. Um, Especially in a position like this, just one molly and it's over. You're now only taking molly damage, you're taking shots and from multiple different angles. So it's gonna be hard to play there. Bones getting aggressive. In towards dark there, Jack is gonna be spotting going for little peek and managed to get away, but onto Cad, the very late Ailer. Let's pick up a second out to Psychotic as well. The op dropped down, missing a very crucial shot, but the bomb is not going to be retrieved, and they're going to be making their way towards the B bomb site. But it's being stacked now. We have a player coming in late towards CT. That's James Coda, who's just playing for their fast rotate, going for the jiggle peaks, hoping to get some info. We're talking about bones and water together, nailing this B bomb site. James Coda fast on here, spots the cross, get the frag. Forward, way on the window, and gets quickly traded out by Anthony Owen. And the chase coming through, but it doesn't matter. Water taming the spray, goes for the spray transfer, controls, and the cool, calm, collective flow of this insane player to bring the LEC squad up to 12, and we could be potentially seeing a third map.
Yeah, what a huge round from LEC. Everyone so far has just stepped up in a round. Even Bones, who hasn't isn't having a great series, when I thought he was gonna be the de facto decider whether LEC could even win a map. LEC has really shown that they're more of a team-oriented playstyle than I thought, and that they're gonna really need to keep this up going into it.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Two quick entries from the LEC side. They coming in now, especially using that boost here. But Sway very fast, aggressive, and behind them through aid. But is it going to be a good way to secure the round win, or are they going to be caught off guard and just be left alone and one before bomb is being planted though. Jack coming in here just to try to prevent something. Darkness doesn't land this play. Water coming into their own, landing some really good crucial flags. And Dakota being, or excuse me, Sway being called out there, and it's looking like it's the map win. Yes, indeed, it is for the LEC, ladies and gentlemen. You, the decider, is gonna be going on now. A map that Walling Wizards have a 100% win rate on. It's gonna be the decider, Blitzer. How do we feel about this?
I feel like H4K may have just thrown away their chance to easily get a 2-0 there because LEC, I mean, Bones hasn't really been playing well, so but everyone else stepped up, so I can't really say, oh, well, H4K should have won, but everyone else was playing better. I think LEC has a good chance going into this map 3 when I thought going into the series LEC stands no chance. Right now it looks like H4K is playing below what they normally play at the standards. I don't know if it's nerves because of the playoffs or something, but they're not playing up to their normal standards, and that has to be worrying if you're someone on the H4K side. But LEC, everyone is like everyone's playing above expectations and thriving in this playoff environment. Sometimes teams just can't play in the playoff environment. I mean, normally H4K squads are the team that do that, but this group may just not be able to handle themselves in this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely one to be worried for sure, but at least myself as the caster, I just get to cast more Counter Strike, and what more can you really ask for? A 2-0 with one team, being one sided is just boring. It's not something that you really want to see. It's not something that makes for entertaining content. And here at CSC, we're all about making some phenomenal videos, something that gets everyone excited. So if you guys are excited for this third map, please let us know, and we'll catch you guys in for a little break here as we head into the third map and get everything all sorted out once again. So get some water, go to the bathroom, anything. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.
And we are back, folks. We're still waiting on Nexus to get here, but I will be solo until then. I like to be solo anyways. Looks like we got Walling Wizards on the T side. Hoping for an upper pop. Now we're going to be going towards ramp. Typical little boost up here. I always like the boost there with the dualies. Let's see. Frags coming out from LEC going in the favor of Psychotic. Psychotic with a nice 3K. A plant would be huge here from Walling Wizards going into the next round, especially for T-side on Nuke. Jack not really able to do much there, just getting shot from every which way. Good round coming out from LEC. Pistol round on Nuke is so important, so we'll see what that brings us for the next round.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
LEC off to a strong start going into the second round. H4K is going to force off that bomb plant. Based off the utility, it looks like they're probably going to just do an upper pop with Mac 10s, I'm guessing. We'll see if they pop the windows right here, they're probably going to do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a quick upper pop. Somebody's probably going to run up top here. No, looks like they're going to go test ramp again. Let's see if they're ready for this. Gets a quick frag. Another on Ernesto. Trade's going into the favor of LEC. Had here to support him. Gets a third on Sway while he's jumping. They stop the plant. James falls off the map. Trying to do everything he can, but he just can't do enough. Hits me Owen. Going big again. And that's a great start for LEC. H4K is going to be down in the dumps here. No money to spend.
And yeah, I'm so sorry about that, everybody. I had important matters to attend to, but we're already on Nuke, so these guys are ready quick trying to get this in. Sorry to cut you off, Blitzer.
All good.
Yeah, 2-0. LEC's dominating once again. I am so sorry. But now, just the D goes for the Walling Wizards. But we have seen them hit a couple of shots here throughout the last couple of maps here. But a couple of shots is not what they need. They need round wins. And to be this big of a deficit is not looking likely.
Yeah, I think the storyline in this game is, can LEC be the team to end Dives' elite reign on all of CSC? And I'd be, not gonna lie, I'd be excited to see him go away.
Yeah, the streak could definitely be broken here by LEC. The underdog story coming in. Bones coming up huge here, but a good trade nonetheless. Good little shot there by Sway. All these players have kind of slowed down from that ancient game. Maybe riding a little bit too much on the confidence from that game. Psychotic though. Nuke trying to go for a little vent rotate as they have been smoked off, and Jack made a step, but I don't think anyone was there to hear it. Now coming back up, they're holding for the flashman to come in, but cut onto James Coda, trying to sneak their way in. Unable to catch and capitalize on the timing there. And now Sway making their way towards heaven. This is a very powerful position, but Cloud is wary of it. Holding for it now, knowing that there's a time that could be taken. It's Mion trying to catch the far, but spots the shot. Takes the kill here, but Sway, Psychotic, almost lands the flick back onto Cad. But Ernesto now in a 1v3 with just the M4A1S and the bomb. We have a player already down in towards lower, but it's looking like they're going to be trying to save. Blitzer, do you think this is a good save, or are they just shooting?
I mean, I think this is a good save for H4K. I don't think it'd be a huge difference whether or not. But I think this is a great start for LEC. A team that I think is particularly weak on Nuke. I've played them once in a scrim on it, and they just didn't show up to the server, it felt. Whereas I've played H4K both times on Nuke, and they just had dominant performances. Seemed like they were ready in all corners of the map for anything we did. So I'd be really surprised if LEC was able to come out with this map win, even though they're off to the start they're having. But that's a good sign that maybe there's something to change and in big practice.
going for the spam through the smoke and doesn't catch anything. Oh, back. Yep. Fades away. Is now safe. We do relinquish a little bit of outside control, but it's a lot of info gained and a lot of info to really be worth using. I do believe they sent someone lower. Yep, I believe that is Psychotic who managed to make their way down with the AWP. Yep, there they are now holding for the angle. Ichi going in now. Flash is coming in, excuse me. Go for these aggressive outside fights. But it's inner. It's Mio picking up the kill onto Jack. Is taken down to 50, but it doesn't matter. A good entry there by Sway, who's coming in aggressively. By the front door. 1 second cannot. As Sway and James Coda. Ooh, spans through the hut wall. Sway crosshair turns perfectly to where they need to be, and Psychotic is far away from the fight. It is now a round win for the Walling Wizards, and I think we might see the start of a comeback, or we might see LEC just show that they are now in true dominant form, ready to take over the streak of the H4K.
If Psychotic's able to save this up, they'll have a good buy going in the next round. It kind of is unfortunate that H4K didn't decide to go down to secret that round. I mean, they were in such a perfect spot to have that round win if they did. Their LEC's defense was just perfect there. The mini players somehow got caught off guard by the mini drop. I don't know what else they were holding, considering they had all of lobby control. And if he doesn't get caught off there, I think that's a round for LEC.
Definitely indeed. Sometimes you could be holding an angle and just fall asleep for that split second where someone does decide to beat you. It's happened to me many of times, and it's one that I always come back to regret. You know, how did I fall asleep? You know, what could I have done differently? Sometimes it really is just you just fell asleep. But Cad gonna be going with no armor, trying to go into this buy again here. They want to make sure that they're not gonna be giving up any free rounds and make sure that the Walling Wizards fight for every step, every inch of the way. It's fighting the here. Psychotic misses the shot, but Bones is there to capitalize on Sway's misdirection. Now stuck in towards Hut though. No outside control and no outside players there. Now knowing that it's going to be an inner hit. And look at all that outside space relinquished. And Psychotic fast in the right. Kevin's possible now. Good little repositioning there from Psychotic. Gets one kill from outside immediately. Kevin picks up a kill as well. And now they're afraid where Psychotic could possibly be. Towards, you know, towards windows, big box, anywhere. Towards even CT or even making it back towards outside again. James Coda flashed off as well. Not getting any info whatsoever. Jack trying to spot through the crack angle of that doorway. Doesn't spot anything though. James Coda though making their way towards outside, just hiding behind the red box. Officer Psychotic by jail. Holding from the windows. Can't really see much though as James Coda isn't going too aggressive. 40 seconds left on the clock now. James Coda trying to go for a wrap on the timing of the rest of their teammates. Opening this door will make up a huge bit of noise. Your Bones now attention drawn towards Hut. On the back of the tiny, but James Coda with a quick flank. But Bones picking up a nice double kill. Sizable sack who picks up one of their own. And it's looking unlikely for them to win the round. It's exactly what happened. Bones, the heavy hitter for the LEC, has finally awoken up. It's no longer the rest of the team needs to show up. It's now Bones taking control. However, we did mention before that everyone needs to show up if they really want to take down the Walling Wizards. And if they're playing like this, I think it's LEC's victory. I think, Blitzer, you and I are wrong.
Yeah, I think I might be proven wrong. This is not the time you want to see Bones showing up. He has not shown up the first 2 maps on the Decider. He's turning on. H4K has to be scared. I know the other day a few of the H4K members were telling me they were scared of Bones going into this series, and they can't be too happy to see him turning on.
It doesn't matter what it's the nitro spray transfer of their own, picking up 2 for 1. As Psychotic picks up a third. This ramp rush is not looking well for the Walling Wizards. They have 2 players now down, but 2 of the 6 players have already been here, but sizable side taking out Bones. Does have the bomb, so the bomb has been spotted, but Cad is here by the double doors. And has to be a perfect clear by sizable sack. And Cad looks away. This timing not looking well. Both players spotted by the ramp, and they're immediately going back up. They're knowing that they're going to be going for the rotates now. It's Mion trying to bait for the rotates, trying to bait for the fake, and it doesn't matter. And Cad is making their way up towards the ladder. It's going to be mollied off now. HP falling away, taking a good amount of damage here, but spots the player. No, and he lands no scope onto Ernesto.
Oh my.
Psychotic with an absolutely psychotic play there. Going for the knife, crazy, and it doesn't matter. It's me Owen with the perfect timing, sizable sack. Distracted by the Heaven player that Psychotic was making. That is such that's such a bad way to lose a round here, Blitzer.
Yeah, what a hero play from Psychotic with that op shot outside. That round went from unlosable for LEC into almost a nightmare situation because going up 5-1 right now is so big, and then they had a round where it was just a 4v2. There's no way you're gonna let H4K crawl back into this, and then they started to, and then Sakata comes out with this crazy simple like shot on the outside. It was amazing.
Have the icon for that now. It would have been just an absolute guessing game because I would have Psychotic would have gone for his quick scope there. But still, Jesus Christ, that's definitely going to be a clip for sure. Psychotic here now down towards lower though. Bones trying to hopefully go for a timing spray here. A lot of steps being made from this AWP on the Wizard side. Yep, Psychotic going spray and opting to fall back now. Now this is such a good place for opt to play. Maybe close angles, but they have a very much easy way to fall back. Jack onto Bones, though a good little trade nonetheless, albeit a little bit further away. But James Coda capitalizing. I've seen James Coda in this position before. I can't remember where, but he had a pop-up play here just a couple of seasons ago. So maybe they can do it again here. The Water catching up and sizable sack just take out the kill onto Water. Ramp has been lost, and now the split is going to be happening. All three players in crunch on this A bomb side. They're going to be falling down, and they're going to be hearing all this noise being made. Ernesto should be calling it out. Should have heard at least a couple of steps here. Swing. Doesn't seem much there, but the bomb is recovering back over towards the A bomb site. James Code is making a play here towards Heaven. All the site clear so far. Yep, clearing out by CT underneath them. And holding for the vent rise up here. Smoke towards Mini as the bomb now comes in. Mini sizable sack holds it down. Now down to 1 HP. And it's me Owen taken out by Ernesto as well. Psychotic, the hero of last round. Can he do it again? Or is he going to be saving here in ramp? It's looking like he's going to be tucking the tail behind the legs. And now going to be hiding. Hoping to get this AWP into this next round.
Yeah, I think that 3-man vent drop was just a little too much of an over-rotate. I know they probably were expecting him to go B, but it's just too much of an overcorrection for what you're expecting. It would have been really nice if maybe they called just a 3-man save after they knew they went A, but they still went up and just made really bad decisions, in my opinion, once they knew they were A.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a phenomenal game, just a phenomenal round overall from the Welling Wizard side. Really, toying with the LEC squad, and it really just boiled down to who got the better timing. And I mean, they lost the op as well. Psychotic no longer has it. It was a very aggressive comeback by the Welling Wizards, trying to really double down on the economy from the CT side. All these nerfs to the CT side cannot be so expensive. Ernesto and sizable side he's trying to go over play as Psychotic just double up on their own. And now towards Mini Bomb, still in control of the T's, and Psychotic knows that they have to go somewhere. And it's not going to be looking like the A bomb site, but he's going to be trying to hold for anyone trying to fake around and trying to catch a timing. But all these C's are making their way towards the B bomb site, and Psychotic hears all the steps being made and is looking to save once again, maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to see him save this gun for the next round, and maybe they'll have a chance at something. Maybe make a hero play with that gun next round and potentially have a round win. Whereas if they don't save this gun, there's just going to be no absolute chance for a win next round. I did like their push from ramp to try and do something aggressive with their SMGs. It just sometimes those kind of plays just don't work out for the better of you, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
And yeah, so dropping some utility though, I think they're trying to go for this aggressive hunt onto Psychotic, but Psychotic is long gone. Even if the bomb were to explode, Ernesto is not going to catch that. It doesn't matter. Ernesto dies on the front as well. So maybe just trying to get away from the bomb plane, trying to the utility for the team to pick up. Either way, Ernesto has dropped. But it's now a 2-round deficit between the LEC and the Walling Wizards. So heading to this next round, though, LEC are going to be on a save. The Walling Wizards probably can't capitalize on this if they don't get too aggressive. These pistols are still dangerous, especially considering that Nuke has a lot of these close quarters engagements, especially towards inner, if they don't go for outside. And a
I'd love-
team knife.
Oh, I'd love to see like a lobby crunch here from LEC and just have Psychotic play in the back and try and farm. But I'm not quite sure what they're doing. It looks like maybe like an A stack or something.
Yeah, definitely doesn't want to give the fight up to the H4K, especially with these pistols playing these big off angles, and the AK-47 is now in lower. So if they were to hit the B bomb site, or the A bomb site, that AK is now safe to save into this next round. But if they were to go to the B bomb site, Psychotic would have a power position and have a potentially pop off round here.
I think what the plan is for them to show all 4 up here upper and then them run into the rifle out lower.
That definitely is something that can be happening. The P250 towards heaven, that's Bones. We did say that Bones started waking up here, so hitting a couple of really good headshots, and Sway threading the needle, making their way towards ramp, and hopefully trying to make their way towards lower. No contact being made whatsoever. Only a couple of flashbangs being heard, but no players have been spotted. Now Psychotic is about to be tested. As these players are not going to be flashing. That's a fake, but doesn't matter. Ernesto takes out Psychotic, but Bones takes out Sway. Onto the A bomb site, picks up 2 quick kills. There's a little trade. Picks up the 3rd. Going for the late reload. And no player left alive, but that's It's Me Owen. And regardless of if Psychotic saved it, they now have an AK to save into this next round, courtesy of It's Me Owen. But I think they're going to try to go for the hunt. I don't think It's Me Owen would even attempt for this unless we see an Imperial-like play.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to try and hunt here. They have so much money on the T side. There's no reason not to. And the less guns that they allow LEC to take into the future rounds, the more rounds they're probably going to be able to secure. LEC really just wants to have at least 6 or 7 in the CT has, because I feel like CS2 Nuke is a lot more of an even map, 6 rather than Nuke on CSGO, which is so much more CT sided. And I feel like if you get 6 rounds, you'll feel pretty confident going into your T side at least.
But now the full buys are out. The full guns are out. We have an op for Psychotic and an op for Jack. Psychotic going for the glass cannon op, who's having a wonderful game of their own, 9-3. We did see that round with the no-scope. So Psychotic, the blood must be flowing. The confidence must be high coming into this good map after being the underdogs coming in. And now Bones going for the aggressive swing. Doesn't see much behind it. Going for the spam, tags him up, and doesn't land the frag. That's Ernesto spotting the player towards outside in garage. Doesn't get the kill. Nice for the flash from Owen to help Bones get back to safety. It doesn't matter. Sway trying to go. Has faded here in front of Sway. And now they're walking forward. Now they're walking up. So close towards inner. As Water is making their way towards Secret. Gonna be catching this player in James caught up behind T-Red off. Spots the body, but Sway onto It's Me Owen. Now there's no there's 2 players here. These towards outside, but Bones catching him off guard. Sway not ready for it. Turning at the worst possible time. Not looking where they need to. And Bones, great shot to hit, but Sizable Sack has found a timing here towards the ramp, making their way towards lower with the team following behind. Getting into a very aggressive position would be nice here, but they just want to stick together. They want to group up and hit a site together. They know that the CTs are a little bit split up, and they want to try to capitalize on that. We do have Water towards this lower B bomb side, hits the headshot onto Ernesto, excuse me, and takes out the kill onto Sizable Sack as well. That's the bomb being planted and Psychotic holding for anyone trying to go from outside into its head. Lower, but Jack with a nice flick of their own. But now the players are going to be rotating in fast. Jack with the AWP going to be going towards double. Going through, trying to expand through the smoke, but Psychotic onto James Coda through ramp. Perfect timing, and Amanda was unaware. Jack missing their shot. Garden now dies after time as well. There's gonna be no time regardless. 6-4 now. We're getting close to the end of the half here, Blitzer. Do you think the Walling Wizards safe, or do they go for a force buy here?
I think they'll force buy. They can get at least 4 rifles into this round, and I mean, Jack has so much money. Yeah, they have good enough money. They're all on AK. They have an off up on Jack. The last round, I really liked the play from Water to go sit at clock instead of staying ramp. It just really set them up to be able to win that round. It was very well played.
Unable to get it from last round, has it again this round. Barn from their teammates. Aggressive opening picks outside, but nothing coming to fruition here. So now, just a little bit of smoke spam, trying to blow open the smokes with the HEs. A nice little CS2 mechanic that I will forever be talking about because it's completely changed the way the game is played here. Sway, formerly from outside, now hitting towards ramp. Trying to go for a lurk play. Maybe has lost a little bit of confidence going in here, but maybe trying to try something new. Psychotic leaving ramp, going towards upper here. Sizable Sack going for a fast play, tosses the flashbang out, catches the CT vent player off, but only makes some noise and only bait a reaction, but no sound being made, no sound cues given up. Oh,
I have
cat
to
spots.
assume there was some type of misbuy for Sizable Sack.
Could have been the only reason why Jack was able to afford that up. Maybe there's a plan around it. Maybe Jack can have a pop-up round. Is one that they're gonna be praying that Jack has, but it's looking like right now nothing's coming out. But oh, the timing, Water and Sway with Bones onto Jack and Caught onto side. Smoke gets out spammed as well. So far, James Coda going for the refrag as well. There and tries to go away, hits the bomb and maybe a potential AK, but it doesn't matter. It's 7-4 now, Blitzer. What we thought was an H4K blowout is turning to be an LEC victory.
Yeah, I think there had to be some type of communication error that round from H4K because there's no way that you ever just play on a Glock. They even had money to like buy him a Deagle at least. I mean, if you're gonna prioritize the op, you'd have to give him something he can kill somebody with. No way you leave him with just a Glock. Don't buy a Molly and give him a Glock. There's something had to go wrong. I'm not sure what it was. I'm sure we'll find out.
Definitely coming in here, but fast outside control here, and that's what's on the soul here. Bones going for the spam here, gets one kill to Sway, who took a lot of damage from Bones and Cad. Smoke being blown up here, Psychotic down here with the op as well as the rotates are going to be coming in. Bomb close by, Ernesto spots him out, spots out the rifler, and getting out the fight, just a little bit of damage. Water, the first kill almost transfers back over to role player, doesn't matter. That kill, Psychotic misses the shot as the bomb is misses the shot again. The bomb is now being transferred as well. Sizable lead, hitting Psychotic as well. He won out of his own here. But it's Owen fast in the flank as well. The timing couldn't have worked out better. Cad Bones with the clear, and it's me Owen to solidify an 8-4 lead. Blitzer. We're gonna be seeing LEC taking a fat lead.
Yeah, we are, and every single round we've seen someone on LEC step up. This game, it's been Bones who's been quiet this series, but we've seen Cad step up this series, we've seen Water step up this series, and also this map we've seen Psychotic step up this series. Whereas on H4K, it's always been for the most part, it's been a lot of their heavy hitters, like you've been saying. And I think LEC's just been playing all around well more balanced, whereas H4K is normally that way. LEC I think LEC just wants this more. H4K's playing like they're scared, and that's normally not what you see from them in the playoffs.
Absolutely, and Sizable Side going 10-10, being one of the only players here that's even. A player that has a .92 rating, statistically the worst player within the Walling Wizards side. So for them to be on the top of the scoreboard, being the only player that's positive, is a bad sign for the Walling Wizards coming into the second half here. But it's now going to be a mental reset. It's the second half. It's now piss around. How can we recover? Is what the in-game leader for the Walling Wizards, James Coda, is going to their team here. It's Milan taking a couple of shots here. It does take a lot more damage than necessary, or at least than they have hoped for. Bones here towards ramp as well as Kata with the bomb. Trying to bait out something, trying to maybe get some info, trying to go for a timing peek, something. But Sizable Sack is here. Headshot, or crosshair at headshot level. We spotting one out, spots one out, spots a couple players out, tosses that HE and is going to run for their life here. That HE just barely misses the mark here. James Coda here underneath heaven and falls off here. One kill by Jack. Probably onto another. Some quick frags being traded out here from both teams. They're going up fast for the flank, fast for the heaven rep, and that's Water capitalizing on that kill. And that's Bones planting the bomb here. Nestle not making himself known. And that Molly up Bones, but instant gush to deter the crosser away. Bones again, but Sway with a good shot onto Bones. It's still a doable clutch there. It's a 1v2, but no kit. There's bomb. Doesn't matter though. It's Mioan picking up the headshot, and we talked about it, Blitzer. The pistol round is important. With
Yeah,
LEC winning it out, I don't know.
I'm questioning whether H4K is gonna force here. I think with how important this round is and them not having many rounds to work with, I think they're gonna save. But we're 4 rounds away from seeing the H4K streak die, and I think some people are gonna be pretty happy to see that go right now, except for maybe Dives.
Yeah. Just like the Undertaker from WWE, I've been watching a lot of wrestling. Sorry for all these puns and all these references, but it's 9-4 now. H4K have decided to go for a save. No utility, no kits, nothing. Zero zip, not a barring. Sways 5-7. So hopefully playing a close angle with that 5-7 to just try to get something done here. They're gonna be playing close by mini. Smoke comes in now. Going ahead, making their way inside Psychotic. Hard here and they just pick up the kill. Albeit it's a 10. Does not pick up the kill. Bones and it's Mio and picking up 2 kills of their own to really solidify this lead. It's only pistols though, but yeah, Blitzer. I mean, it's looking like a free round for LEC, and it's gonna be looking like 10-4 unless Walnut Wizards just have a great comeback somehow.
Yeah, I think LEC is gonna probably just have a free ride almost. H4K is mental. I think H4K needs timeout to talk things over, maybe get the vibes going.
Oh yes, they do, but wait, this is the turnaround. Wait a second. I thought that was there for a moment. Oh, I jumped the gun a little bit there. Molly is now in favor for Nestle. Bomb, already, and picks up the kill there. I thought Walling Wizards had won that, but I do agree with it. So they do win the timeout.
Yeah, I really think they should call a timeout here. That round did get a little scary and maybe hurts LEC's money, but for the most part, I think H4K needs to talk things through before, because this is a pivotal round. If you don't play your CT side setup correctly here, they're gonna go broke, and the game is essentially over if you let LEC grab this round.
And now James Coda with the infamous XM here playing towards top cut, I believe. That's just a couple of times before here. Barter picks up the first kill, but not Coda can get their own. It's a good trade, but one that was not needed. And oh my lord, it doesn't matter. CAD with a quick shot in water as well. I think it's safe to assume that the Walling Wizards have just run out of steam. Jack does pick up a kill of their own, but not after taking heavy damage. And now with all these kills coming in, all this map control being given up here, it's not looking likely that the LEC are going to give up this round.
Yeah, I just did not like the hut push there from James Coda. I think it really let the tide swing over to LEC immediately in this round.
Indeed, for sure. Saz was like going for hopefully an exit. I don't see a universe where they even win this out. But yep, they're gonna be falling back here. Bomb gonna be giving up here. Going up very soon. They're not gonna be going for it, any sort of ninja defuse that we saw on Ancient there. And that's gonna be 11th.
What?
Jack. That is on stream. I think it's safe to assume that LEC have mentally at least won out this best of 3 blitzer.
Yeah, they truly need a timeout right now, because the next round is going to be a decent half buy. It's a winnable round. Like they should put some kind of good solid idea, because you want that 1 round cushion going forward. And if you win this round, this is going to be the round where you're like, okay, we still have a way back into this game. But if they don't win this, I have to say LSC is almost for sure won the game.
And finally taking their tactical timeout, the first that they've used, I'm pretty sure the entire series. We've seen LEC taking a couple of timeouts, at least 3 within that first map and at least 1 within that second map. And so to see the Walling Wizards finally take a tactical timeout is huge. I'm assuming that they probably are just trying to ego themselves and say we don't need any help, we don't need time to talk it out. We're 9-1, we can definitely win it out. But sometimes
Yeah.
taking a small rest is perfectly okay.
Yeah, and they're a team that's normally very confident in themselves, mentally strong. But sometimes, I mean, they're not used to losing. Sometimes it's just something that's hard for a team that's been winning a lot to go through. They're not used to losing games.
Yeah, definitely. Losing games is definitely tied. I always tell everyone that I help coach or any of the lower tier players I ask for my demo reviews that a true testament of an IGL isn't how they react when they're winning; it's how they react when they're losing. And if they can turn the tide, the team rally together, that's when you know you have found a great IGL. And a lot of space being taken over here from the LEC side. Water fast down into Secret Sway, playing deep into Garage, but doesn't spot anybody so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
all the
Sway's
space being
forgotten
taken.
armor.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just have to opt to buy. You either buy a rifle here or you opt to buy a deagle and go for a power play there. But Sway opted for the rifle, maybe feeling a little bit more confident, maybe trying to go for an aggressive play, maybe trying to get their mojo back into motion. But now it's Neon trying to set up for a outside play. But I think they tried to go for an EG play there, just breaking the windows together. But I think the sound just is a little bit different, unless I'm just completely talking out from my rear. Water catching the timing here. With the XM, and yes, indeed, it does work out for them in the end. The LEC have completely outmaneuvered the Walling Wizard. But the rotates are going to be coming in fast here. Sway from behind and looking the door, and it doesn't matter. The instantaneous headshot from Bones. He's awoken, he's up, and he's fragging 17-9.
Yeah, I mean, no better time for him than now.
Get quickly taken out though, but towards control and caught up here by Silo. HE going to be taking Ernesto down, just 1 health, 2 HP, and Jack with the there for the trade, and the LEC are 1 round away. The Walling Wizards are almost completely flat broke. They cannot afford it to drop over and off onto whoever needs onto Jack. They cannot afford. Some of these players can't even afford a rifle blitzer. I think we call it here, Blitzer. I think it's safe to say that LEC have won the
Yeah,
quarterfinals.
I think H4K may be able to pull out a few more rounds, but I don't think there's a world where LEC can't pull out 1 more round in the next 8. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna find a way into a round. They're not gonna run out of ideas just yet.
This is such a big round deficit. If they start losing the rounds, it's more than okay, as they have enough time to really work out and they know when to use the tactical timeouts. So let's pick up the kill onto Water though. Bones going for the drop, mixes. No, it's like psychotic, but they do know. Let's go swinging down the well. So Walling Wizards looking like they want to extend this game a bit more. Smion picks up one. Pick up a second, goes for the spray, almost lands it. And now just cuts out all noise. But Sway far behind, gonna be catching this timing. But Bones watching the back of their team. It's a 3v2 now. If LEC pull this off, it's gonna be one of the greatest rounds of Counter-Strike that at least has seen this season in playoffs. But Jack takes out It's Me Owen, now left up to Bones. We did mention once again the highest rated player for the LEC. Can he pull off a 1v3 clutch to win out the quarterfinals? 40 seconds left on the clock though. Ernesto checking their corners. The first one, but that Bones is tagged down to low HP. Ernesto gonna be catching a good timing here. Gonna be falling off though. Actually, the bomb is nowhere to be seen from what I can tell. Towards HUD now. Now that I see it, minimap is open. Bones going for a around the world play, but Jack is in towards heaven. This is going to be such a good play from Bones if he lands the shot. Going fast up the ladder. Picks up the first, but 10 seconds left on the clock. There's 1 player left on the site. Bones, are you going to do it? Are you going to win it out? But he doesn't do it. Close left. Ernesto down to the wire, picks up the kill onto Bones, and it's now 12-5. Still in favor of LEC, but we've mentioned they have a lot of rounds to work with Blitzer if they want to continue this lead.
Yeah, even though that didn't convert into a round win, that's a great attempt from Bones, and he really hurts the money on H4K. Like, they're not going to be able to come into this round with all the guns they want if they want to prioritize utility. They have an NP9 and an XM here, and so, and their utility isn't all that great. Nothing on Sway for utility.
A-side play, A-side hit, and Psychotic trying to make their way down, but Ernesto on top of Piper pick up the kill here, and a couple of swings onto Bones. Sway picking up a kill onto Water. Sway now taking these aggressive fights. Ernesto back up as well. Bones with a quick readjustment there, trying to fall down, but Jack picks up the spam onto Bones, and Cad with the bomb into inner. It's looking like a 6th round. So they extend the game by one more round once again, and this is where you start to, question: have LEC really run out of steam themselves? Have they run out of ideas, or have they just gone too confident?
I think they just need to start working outside a little more. I think H4K's clearly gotten a hold of this squeaky play that they were doing early on that was working, and LEC just keeps attempting it over and over again, and H4K is like, all right, enough's enough. We know how to stop this. You're not going to make it work again. So I think LEC just needs to try and find something else to work, whether it's working outside or ramp, because this pop the door open and work down the vent and try and find somebody to sneak behind the ramp player isn't going to keep working. They have to try something new.
Yeah, and we see LEC taking another tactical timeout now, the first that they've used within this map, and I think tactical timeouts are a very important tool for each of these teams, right? Tactical timeout is not just for talking over strats; it's to rally the troops together, to get the mental back together, and both sides have that 30 seconds to talk it over. So if you use it, you know for a fact that the enemy team is using that as well. I guess I'm assuming that the Walling Witch is trying to get the LEC to take a tactical timeout of their own so that they can talk it over and not really give over. It's a mental game. Come down to a lead there, but they're down to a save. Just a couple of Tech 9s and a couple of upgraded pistols overall. And I think this XM can rain fire, or is it just gonna be a dud?
I'm not a fan of the XM plays here. I normally like it like earlier in the halves to try and farm money. I don't know. I mean, it's good to stop the eco rushes, but I wish he would just move over to the M4 as soon as possible.
Definitely should have had enough money for a better rifler, even if it was for a FAMAS, barring maybe a couple of pieces of utility there, but it doesn't matter. It's just pistols, so maybe they are trying to farm up some money. James Cota has bought the XM for the last couple of rounds, so the money not looking better, but I mean, Jack could have dropped one, maybe Sizable Side could have helped drop one as well. It really just boils down to what are you prioritizing, and I guess James Cota might be
Yeah.
prioritizing money there.
Yeah, they also might have a good idea of the rope and not worried about upgrading it. So we'll see next round. If he drops it next round, I won't be. I'll be happy.
Power play position of CSC. Fan picks up 2 quick kills. Jack picks up another. Just the pistols, but Bones has managed to make it away towards the flank. This is where Psychotic had made the infamous no-scope play here in this map. But Bones trying to catch a timing here. Just a Glock. It's not going to do a lot here. Oh, and that Molly. Really to rub salt into the wound there. That's got to hurt for Bones. Yep, 10 seconds left on the clock, and he has to die now. He cannot. Over. Just pick up the first kill. Just pick up an AK, but nonetheless, kills the player anyway. Yep, dies anyway before time, and it's 7-12 now. The scoreline is getting closer, but I still believe LEC can win it out now.
Yeah, it's getting closer, but I feel like LEC has to be able to find a door into these rounds. I mean, Bones is playing so well. I feel like he's just gonna have a hero round, pop off round one of these times, and H4K is not gonna have an answer to it. They're just not gonna be able to shut it down. And I think Bones is gonna be able to just find a way to close this game out for LEC.
I'm interested in the fact that they haven't brought up any sort of rifle, not even the Galil. They're opting for Deagles and a Mac 10 onto Water with armor, especially onto that Mac 10. So I'm trying to just get into their heads here. Maybe just win out in a very gimmicky way, but I don't think you really play around in the quarterfinals. That is just a cat.
That's me off on Psychotic. He has been having a good game with it.
But they lose one kill on out here. But Ernesto and Jack quickly calm it back down. Cad with the Deagle holding for this aggressive outside, or excuse me, garage player. But nothing coming out here. They do have the bomb, though. Bones separated from the pack, has been sent out a lot on these aggressive solo plays. You haven't really seen him with the pack moving together as a unit, especially within these eco rounds. I guess they're hoping he has a pop off round, a pop off moment with just a Glock, a pistol, anything, something coming out for Bones. But he's 22 and 13. I don't think you can ask for more.
No, I don't think you can. But any times Bones is alive, I always say that LEC is still in the round and still win. Even though he's got only a deagle, he's just that much of an impactful player. Because I
And
feel he's
yeah.
just that good.
Yeah, Bones making a lot of noise here though, trying to bait out uh for the fake plant there. I mean, usually you assume anyone who's making that much noise that wins the round has the bomb plant down, but Bones onto Jack. Misses the spray, but the bomb has been dropped. With Bones on low HP and almost no money to really work with, they're going to be saving, hopefully saving at least. But even if they were to die before time, they would have more than enough to buy into this next round. But 5 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be an eighth round for the Walling Wizards, and scoreline is getting ever so much closer.
Yeah, I'd for the next round, I'd just love to see LEC take this off and do something aggressive with it. Post ramp early, or go pop open the door and hold squeaky, or go outside and maybe jump on the boxes. Try and get an opening pick, get a man advantage. Do something to get your team into a round where you're like, okay, we have this one, and because that's what you need the off to do, is to get you that opening pick. And in knowing H4K like he doesn't have one, and I'm still questioning James Coda continuing to play with his XM. But I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But James Cota hasn't been super impactful these last couple of rounds here, at least for the most part. But Sizable Sack has been impactful this map entirely. 13 to 15, picking up the first kill onto CAD of the round. And Bones making another good smoke here. Fine, Ernesto gets mollied out here, taking a sizable chunk of damage here, trying to make their way in. Spam through the doorway, or excuse me, the vent wall. Water onto Sway though. That's one of the heavy hitters outside, taken out. Psychotic posted up here from Silo, trying to catch anyone trying to go for the refrag, but no one is home to receive it. And they're gonna be walking up here. A flashbang to deter Jack from peeking. And now they're in towards Mini. It's Miona with the bomb. Does give a lot of damage. Flash is coming in now. They have been denied entry. Gems Koto picks up the kill onto It's Mioan, who was tagged down low to begin with. Water slightly blinded by that flashbang, but psychotic. And alright, the Walling Wizards have picked it up. They've decided, hey, it's time to wake up. It's time to show them what we are made of. It's time to no longer end the streak. The tables are turning, and they're turning fast. LEC have to come up with a solution. If it's not now, then when?
LEC needs to stop being so obsessed with dropping vent. They've done it so many times in a row. Even if they get down, H4K is going to be aware, because every time they've won on T side, it was because they dropped down vent, and then they started stopping that vent dive. So even if you sneak down in that smoke, they're gonna say, hey, someone could be down lower. They're gonna know. It's no longer going to be a surprise factor for the H4K guys. They need to stop trying to focus on it. That was a huge loss in that round, because Bones sitting there trying to get down through the smoke, and the vents just not popped, and then the smoke fades, and he's a dead man sitting there. I think they need to just try and find another way to win the round other than going down vent. It's losing them rounds at this point.
Yeah, and if you do you really want to be known as a team that gave up a 12-4 lead in the final map of a playoff match? I think that's not something that you want to have on your record if you are LEC. So I think they were trying to test the waters out with some couple of new players, maybe trying to perfect this, vent drop. But you only really do that if it's map one of a game that you are for sure confident in. But even then, it's always going to be risky because you never know how the rest of the maps are going to play out. James Coda tagged down low again. The ramp player being taken out. He's down to low HP. 66 HP is still a sizable amount of HP to be taken down to. Smoke is now going to be fading. And it's Mion and Cat slowly walking up. Molly for the back of the orange box. For anyone playing there, James Coda now dropping down. They definitely should have heard the metal being hit as the flash was coming in. That's Jack with that AK-47. As Bones is holding for anyone trying to come in from upper, from Hut. Smoke coming out now to deter any sort of vision, any sort of positioning, as Cat does top shots to just hopefully get something, maybe even a tick of damage, even if it's unconfirmed. But look at all the space that H4K have a lot of space outside that they can take control of. That's James Cotto who's making their way towards Secret right now. Just the XM for these close quarters engagements are going to be huge here. Oh, James Cotto might have spotted something. Maybe they are aware. Maybe Water has an inkling that that flash was for a reason, but they're going to be hitting towards upper. A nice, perfectly placed smoke here to deter them from coming in. That's at the 30-second mark now, Blitzer. This is going to be huge. It's going to really stop them and really delay them as much as they can. And now they're going to be going for a late ramp rush. Jack, he has to get one. He does pick up one. He picks up the second. He does pick up the second and gets that down low by that op. 13 seconds left as everyone's dropping down lower. They're prepared nobody up by the double doors and by the control room, and they don't have time to go for the heaven wrap. Maybe
No, I
hiding
think they're
away. Yep,
saving.
yep. They're calling the quits. Just a little bit too much time eating off the clock there, and now it's 10 to 12. We are very much most likely going to be seeing overtime, but we had the same thing happen again on Ancient. It's now 12 to 10. We could be seeing a similar scoreline, Blitzer, of 13-10 to win out the map.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're cooking over at LEC. Like, they need to do something. They need to change the pace. They need to be aggressive. They need to stop going back to this old fashion that they're used to playing slow or going towards man. They're not changing up their style. They're not throwing outside smokes. And even if they did at this point, I think it would just be so it would be so predictable because it's something they haven't done all game.
So good. A good flash. To pick up one, but Bones and Water pick up 2 kills of their own. It's now a 2v4. Fat HG onto James Cotto. Now that was tagged down to low HP 45. That's less than half, and now the tables have turned so far. Sway with the off here towards mini. Scopes in. The sound has been heard. The sound cue has been made. And James Cotto with just the XM. It's not looking likely.
Not the ideal retake weapons.
Yep, but a flashbang nonetheless can be coming out. A bit of a missed smoke there from the LEC side. Flashback, nice little pop light going to be coming in. James Cotto misses the mark. No scope by Sway, and it's over. A 13-10 score line with LEC taking down the #1 seeded team and ending the streak of the H4K, the Hacker Haven. This is this is madness, Blitzer.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the H4K reign come to an end. It is really exciting, and I'm just happy that LEC was able to find around and finally change up their pace or tempo there at the end because it was getting really scary after H4K strung a bunch of rounds together.
Yeah, it was such a masterful class, just really to really witness, right? We both assumed, Blitzer, that it was going to be an easy victory for H4K there. But enough of us yapping. Let's talk to one of the players. We do have It's Me Owen waiting in the interview waiting room, so I'm gonna drag him on over and we'll see what he has to say. It's Me Owen. You are live on the stream. Congratulations on the victory, first of all, but
Thank
just
you.
an absolute masterclass of a game.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy. I mean, what you call going into this one. It's actually, if people don't know, it's my first ever time playing in playoffs. So after 5 seasons, I made play-ins once, and that was my first season and lost. And then moving into now being able to be on my own team instead of having to sub for a semifinal. It feels good. It feels good.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it before the cast, and you're gonna see it once this VOD goes public. But we were kind of criticizing you.
Oh,
You
I
have a
know.
star next to your name. You were such a high-rated player, and coming into the season,
Yeah.
you are now at a .97 throughout the entire season. But you've had some pop-off games. Can you talk to me? Was it just it's playoffs moment? It's my time to shine, being that it's my first time here, or was it just something that just clicked and you just now started playing the game as you did last season?
First off, can I swear?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, stats don't fucking matter, really. I mean,
Hmm.
in my life, in my experience, it's about the player and about the team that you're able to put together if in a good environment. Yeah, you can have a high rated player, but if they're going to be toxic as hell, then why bother? I mean,
That's
granted,
true.
yeah, I haven't played well this season, but that's just because I took on a new role. I'm the IGL now. I wasn't the IGL when I was in AVI last season. and that's why I got the 1.2 rating. And
Mhm.
yeah, I'm glad I have it, but it's not who I am. I
Well,
could care
yeah,
less.
and that was one of the things we were questioning because we didn't know if you had changed roles or not, so we didn't know.
Yeah,
That was one of the
no,
reasons why.
yeah, I'm the IGL for this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think we knew who the IGL was for H4K, but we weren't quite sure as for
I think it
LEC.
was Sway, but I'm not too sure.
Uh,
Shout out Sway. I'll see you Monday.
but yeah, I mean, uh, I guess just keep going forward, right? As Blitzer mentioned, we did assume that you might have taken on a new role, seeing that your stats have changed. And like you mentioned, you're absolutely correct. Stats don't really tell the whole story of how the team really functions. And you managed to win a victory over the number one seeded team. How do you feel knowing that you have prevented H4K from winning another trophy?
Well, I'm just glad that relief because I did a lot of prep for this one. Not only just because it's just myself. Like I always do prep no matter who we play, and I'm just happy that the game plan I set forward really kind of shown. And beating H4K, they're a great team. I mean, other than they're 9-1 for a reason. They were able to play their game, and I mean, we rescheduled for a reason. We didn't want to have the HG situation where people are like, "Oh, Moose isn't there," blah blah blah. No. We'll play the team to full strength, and that's what matters.
Absolutely. And just one more question for me, I guess, before I pass it off to Blitzer. Talk to me about Bones. He was kind of absent the first two games, but managed to quickly recover, as well as Psychotic, who had that insane no scope on Nuke. Um, but yeah, Bones waking up in that third map and having an absolute performing game is one that we expected of him to see
hmm
throughout the entire season. How was it knowing that you didn't need Bones to pop up for the second and third map?
I think that's the good thing about our team. I think we all have capable players to step up when needed. Bones was gone, yeah, and that's kind of how we got into the plains in this first place, where he was gone and we lost to Gas. But having him back is kind of what we needed to just because again, shout out to Bowers because he subbed in and he helped out us a lot and mentally in what we wanted to do in our game. And then next thing you know, Bones comes back from South Africa and we're like, oh, a reschedule would be nice. So, but yeah, no, he's tired and psychotic. He wouldn't let me down if I didn't say that the last round was his call. So I'll give it to
Yeah.
him. But other than that, no, I'm just proud of the boys and how they played. And it doesn't matter who we are, who we play against. We're gonna step up in certain situations, and that's what showed tonight.
Blitzer, any questions?
uh, how much prep did you going into Nuke? Because I know that's one of H4K's strongest maps,
Yeah.
and I've assumed it was one of your weakest maps. So I didn't know. I thought like it was gonna be a not a close map going into
I
it
know
for you.
you, Blitzer. I read your fucking blog, brother.
Well, that's
I
why.
know.
Well, that's why. Well, I didn't know if maybe you put in extra like
Yeah.
work from LEC side because I assumed LEC was not very strong on Nuke.
Well, before going into like the season, we knew what our four maps were gonna be. We just didn't have time to practice all four coming into playoffs. And that's why you only saw three when we played in the actual season. So going into this match, I automatically knew we were playing Nuke. I love Nuke. Nuke's a great map, and I will stand by that till the day I die. Because you have to, again, you need to have competent people who are willing to rotate and all that stuff, and that's why H4K was really good. They were able to communicate and be able to hit their shots and understand the push and pull effects of what CT is about. But I was away on vacation for a week. So that's when we started talking about Nuke. No one really did anything after I said 5 different times we should do something. And then
That's
when
how it
I
always
come
goes.
back, Bones is gone, and I'm like, oh fuck. So so I then we tried to do something with four, which kind of what can you do with four people, right? It's you're playing a comp, and then next thing you know, we had a practice yesterday, which was just one comp, and then talking about our strategy, and then we had one scrim nuke before the match. So I would say in total as a team, two.
Okay, so not too much.
No.
All right, and final question. Was there were you are you excited at all that you're kind of ending Dives' H4K streak of winning in Elite because it's pretty big. It's pretty historical.
I mean, I'm just happy that we played a good team and we showed that we're not one offs. Hopefully Blitzer, this is able to show to you that I may have a 1.2 rating last season, and go 3-7. It doesn't matter as long as the team is working together, and I'm just happy that we're able to show it out to everyone. Because I mean, if you saw our last match was on Ancient, I mean, Jesus Christ, that was ass. So I'm just
That was
happy that
that
we
was
were
a rough
able
one.
to show up. Everyone on the team played very well, and looking forward to our next match. I think versus Gloop Troop. I'm not too sure though.
Yeah, versus BS.
Yeah,
Just one
can't
more
wait for
question
Cade.
though. One more question for you. It's me, Owen. Just seeing that you talk about this as being you're being an IGL now, is this your first time taking over the reins of calling, or is this something that you've always been into and you just didn't have the opportunity to do so in your previous seasons?
I've IGL'd. I think this is my third time or second time in CSC. Um, what you call? I'm fortunate enough to have grown up into a collegiate community where I was able to learn a lot of things from a lot of great players who are currently in ECL and stuff like that. And shout out to Davenport University before they imploded. But no, I learned a lot from them. I learned a lot from just critiquing myself, watching stuff. I think if you're shout out to Kat, he just messaged me. You, but just just being able to surround myself with knowledgeable people and just being willing to learn and just being open ended. I think honesty is the best policy, and I really think giving freedom to people allows them to be able to produce the best of themselves and are able to really perform in certain situations, as you saw today.
Yeah, I mean, one of a former in-game leaders of mine, a former coach of mine, told me that as an IGL, you don't tell your players how to play; you tell them where to play. You really let them do what they're doing, and great to see that it's not just a one-off piece of advice that I was given. So once again, congratulations to you. It's me, Owen,
Thank
and I'm
you.
gonna let you get back to your team to celebrate in preparation for your next game coming up soon. Um, Take care, man.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Shout out to the team, Cad, Bones, Water, and Psychotic. Great job today. You guys played fucking amazing. I'm very proud. Shout out to Fiction and Paladin for randomly signing this team and then being able to we can be able to make it work. Those two are even though they had a rough first season, they're doing okay the second season. But and just I'm just very shout out to you guys. I know this wasn't a very highly anticipated match, but Blitzer, thank you for casting. Nexus, thank you for casting. Quattro, thank you for observing. I mean, none of this would really happen if it wasn't for you three. So thank you for taking the time to do it because you made it more memorable.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good, man. Much love. All right. We'll
Much
see
love,
you,
boys.
Owen.
Catch you later.
Yeah, with that being said, everyone, that is going to be calling it. So unless Blitzer has anything else to say, I'd like to give the ending spiel of the CSC stream.
I don't think I got anything else to add.
All right. Well, that's been us from us tonight, folks. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at CS Confederation for any sort of updates. We're going to be cooking up a lot of stuff, especially from this stream as well. A lot of cool memes, funny memes, anything that you can really think of. Also, check out the website, csconfederation.com, to read some of these blog posts that, players have mentioned. It's me, Owen, has specifically quoted Blitzer. We have a bunch of writers coming on. And if you want to see yourself writing some of these articles, if you are a part of CSC and want to do that as well, please sign up. We need some more articles being written to really populate the website as well. And also, if you like to try out observing and casting, please hit up the media committee. We are always looking for new casters and observers as well to make sure we can produce as many streams as possible. I believe I've been told that I'm crazy, but we have an ever elusive D stream. I have seen it up only once and I've never seen it ever again. So if we can get just 4 streams going on in a single match night, would be amazing. But once again, thank you, Blitzer, for being my co-caster. Thank you, Quattro, for coming in and observing this nearly 3 hour long stream. Your PC must be absolutely exploding right now. And thank you guys, the viewers, from watching it, which is what keeps us from wanting to, get on the stream and cast these amazing matches. But that's all from me, guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys in the next stream.
Round and round, around I go, the spinning makes me ill.
hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now.